Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Collegiate Rainbow Six Siege. Tonight, we have an unbelievable matchup coming to you from the quarterfinals. It will be the University of Akron, the 3 seed, versus Texas Tech University, the 6 seed. Tonight, I am joined by Strax. My friend, how are you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. Excited for this match here.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic one. Let's take a quick look at our map bans for tonight. Tonight, our 3 maps will be Clubhouse, Oregon, and Cafe. These are some pretty classic maps, Strax.
Yeah, this
The
is
usual.
quite a nice setup right here. I love Clubhouse in Oregon, especially that cafe
Well,
one there. That's gonna be a fun one, definitely, if we get to 3 matches.
absolutely. And we have probably the greatest match we've seen thus far in Collegiate R6 tonight. We have Akron, which they have not dropped a single round in a single match in all of the Collegiate Rainbow Six ecosystem. I'm talking CEA, Face It, and Collegiate Rainbow Six. They have not dropped a single match, so they are going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Definitely.
And Texas Tech, right? They have only dropped 1 match, and this is a team that is here to prove that they're more than just a 6 seed. They're looking for that top spot.
Yeah, it's gonna be a quite a match right there. Gonna see. Got to make
Absolutely.
their presence known. Got to go up against the big dogs here. See if
Yes,
they're
and
not just there for a reason.
Yes, and Akron, definitely the biggest dogs. They have already worked their way to the grand finals of the CEA Invite League, and that, if anyone will tell you, that takes more than a smile. So we should get these teams into the lobby in just a moment. But Strax, let's talk a little bit about Clubhouse. That'll be our first map of the night. That will be Texas Tech's pick, and Akron will actually be starting on defense, even though Texas Tech got the choice of side, and that's not something you usually see on Clubhouse, given how defensive sided it is. But guess we're excited to see how this one plays out.
Yeah, I know personally on Clubhouse, on attack, I do like it because there's a lot of roaming potential, especially with Maverick. That's a soft spot in my heart there. A lot of good flanks. Um, if we don't see a Maverick ban there, I'm going to be extremely excited for any play that might see.
I mean, when I'm on Clubhouse, my first band always a Maverick. Well, I usually play Bandit, right? Hate dealing with a Maverick. So here we are. We're gonna get right into it, and I cannot wait to see what these teams are gonna bring to the table. In terms of bans, like you said, we expect that Maverick ban. We expect a Thatcher ban, possibly a Kaid as well. But you really never know. But these teams, I mean, this is going to be an absolute slugfest. A player to watch for the night on Texas Tech. That's going to be Buck. This
Oh, starting
guy,
off with the Maverick ban.
absolutely, you called it. This guy, Buck, on Texas Tech, he has a 2.4 KD in CR6 and a 1.72 rating. Now, if anyone will tell you, that is an insane rating and an insane KD, especially in a league of this caliber.
Yeah, that. Hearing those numbers is just wow. I've seen a unicorn or something.
And like we talked about, we got that Thatcher ban as well. And that will
Classic.
be followed immediately by the Kaid ban. No surprise there. If you don't have a Thatcher on the table, if you're able to put those Electro Claws in some pretty hard to get spots, and even the Lances from Akali or something like that won't be able to take care of them. So no surprise to see him gone there. And the final ban of the match will be Mira. Once again, not a shocker, Strex.
Well, I don't see a lot of Mira play on Oregon in particular. Something more like a Malusi, a Echo, or especially a Maestro actually is something I would think more to bring on that.
Yeah,
But
that is absolutely right.
Mira is a solid operator. There's a lot of playstyles she can do if you put it right. So not a bad ban at all. It's, any thoughts on this lineup here?
Nothing surprising right now. We do see Bait, going with a Monty, but will be 6 picking onto the Capitao, and the
Wow,
Maestro will be
they're
6 pick away.
they're gonna take away their hard breach denial and put in a Maestro. Was that intentional? I'm very curious to see the site setup now.
Yeah, this one is interesting, but given that we are on
It is
basement, that
church. It
hard
is
breach,
church.
yeah, we are on
That
church,
is
we are on
very
Arsenal.
understandable.
It's not that big of a deal to lose that hard breach denial for sure, but I am going to keep my eye on Surma tonight. I mean, he is also, not quite Bucks level of absolute domination in the Collegiate Rainbow Six, but Surma has been putting up some great numbers, and it looks like he'll be taking up the role of the Maestro tonight, and cannot wait to see exactly what he's going to bring here tonight. But,
10 seconds to go.
really excited to see this first attacking round from Texas Tech,
5
especially
seconds to insertion.
because they chose attack on Clubhouse, like I mentioned earlier, and that is not
Attackers
commonly
must
what you
locate
see
and
here
defuse
if you
the
get your
bomb.
choice on a
Defenders
defensive-sided
will
map like this, but I'm already going to go for the run out,
Defenders
and he will not find anybody for now, but he's going to keep teasing this for a little bit, not able to find anyone who spawned in the construction side, and we will see him rotate back down towards bar, but we're definitely going to keep an eye on the roam here, because that could be so suffocating if done well.
It looks like here they did bring 2 hard breachers, so they're likely going to do a double push here, going of course for the kitchen hatch. I assume that's what they're going to use the Habana for. Poke here going to be trying to get some small peeks along with Espen. They're going to get the kitchen nice and clean pretty easily. Looks like
Attackers located a bomb.
Akron here is not going to be putting too much of a fight up in kitchen. Floor is pretty open right here, so I think they're relying on their guns to be able to get them if anything comes through. Oh, Espen got the Hibana's X Kairos. Oh, impact tricking. Nice, nice, nice. That's why you keep the floor a little open just so you can get an impact to get the X Kairos out of the way nice and easy. They've already wasted 1 set there. 2 more to go if they want to deny this kitchen hatch. Just gonna be
That is exactly why we see Matt here and Surma both rocking those impact grenades. The impact trick, though, not going to be able to stop this last round of X-Kairos pellets, but it wasn't enough to actually get the entire hatch opened. Another impact comes out, and that's actually going to down Canned Coot. That is unfortunate for Texas Tech, but he should be in a position to get revived as long as no floor bangs come out from the Akron defense. But right now, looks like we have 2 more players of Texas Tech pushing up into Dirt Tunnel, and they're going to have to challenge with smoke. Capital going to swing the angle, but won't find it for now. The fire, though, going to take down the smoke, and Bait will finish that off. So with the 5v4 with a minute remaining, and the attacking pressure now just starting to mount and increase here.
Yep. Texas Tech doing 2 pushes, 1 through dirt, 1 to the kitchen. They're only going to get 1 of those, but 1 entrance way into sight is all you really need. Oh, JetCon with a nice flank on the Canned Coon there. Going to get an easy pick on stairs. We're going to be at a 4v4 again, equal man advantage. Gonna watch Buck here, trying to get some frags in the blue on the Belusi there. Nothing really much to pick off here, just some more watching angles, waiting around who's going to come out first. Gonna get to see I'm at here. Oh, nice. Hennessy, nice with the pick on the Buck. Oh, and Pokey too. Ooh. All right, we're looking at a nice Akron hold right here. Got 2 picks off, back to back. Ooh, Espen, nice with the good refrag there on the Surma. They took out the Maestro too, which is a really important one, especially in the late game here. And oh, nice Akron, nice hold here. Just good picks. Texas Tech getting a little bit impatient, just trying to sweep in and just going to get punished for the man advantage, or the man disadvantage in this case.
Yeah, that's pretty spot on. We just saw a pretty solid defense there from Akron, and they're going to be looking to continue that one. As it is the first round, not much you can read into how exactly that one played out, but we did see some very aggressive play from a couple of the defenders there. We saw Smoke getting very aggressive in dirt, as well as Matt going for runouts on the jacuzzi balcony. Now, that is very bold, especially you're up here in the quarterfinals. You're looking to punch your way home into the semis, and to open on a play like that, it really shows you what kind of message Akron are trying to send here as we start out the night. They want to show how dominant they are, and they do not want Texas Tech to think they have any foothold in coming and bringing this match to our decider map. But now we're going to go up here on to CCTV and Cash. Now, this is a classic site once again. Often we see this one and Church and Arsenal, the top 2 preferred sites for any strong defense. And Surma here will be on the Bandit, and he will be elected to, defend that CCTV wall there from any hard breach. And it appears that Pokey and Espen will be bringing the hard breach for the Texas Tech attack.
All right, and the Texas Tech trying to get some nice intel. Buck getting the drone in there in the garage. We'll be watching the drone hole. The drone hole is always something you want to see played off on that CCTV wall there. It's always made use of, whether there's impacts going through, charges, whatnot, to impair bandits. Oh, they're gonna put the barricade there to prevent any concussive. They brought the Zofia, of course. Just watching a lot of drone play, just trying to get a lot of intel at the moment. Trying to see what spots they can make use of and pair with their utility to get that wall down, get an entranceway into sight. Got 2 Wamais there on that CCTV window, preventing... Oh, actually 3. You can see one in the corner right there. It's a lot of utility dump that if they throw any nades through that window, not getting through at all.
And Cancun here going to toss out some frag grenades, trying to get those bandit batteries off the wall, but for the time being, that wall will remain electrified. So Buck now, he will be elected to go into secret. He'll find one onto JetCon, who was the Jaeger playing on the blue stairs. And now his job is going to be to get those bandit batteries from below. I do believe he was able to get it, but Surma still going to try to bandit trick, but going to fall off the wall as he will be unsuccessful. And now Hennessy's going to have quite a few players to contend with here as he holds a position on rafters, but Matt will be sure to support him here in stock, very aware that Buck down here in secret, playing this angle, waiting for anybody to swing into his sight, and he will surely decapitate him. But we're in a minute to go, and attackers still are going to need to mount some more pressure. They did find 1 pick, but that is not going to be enough. They're going to have to start getting some pressure, and as I say that, Matt will fall at the hands of Buck, and that is a great way to start this Texas Tech attack. Now, our top red holding this passively, but is going to be pinched from multiple sides, and Cancun will drop down another one, and that's going to be Surma. So it's a 5v2. Arv going to just see the sledge, but will not take any shots and fall back behind this angle a bit more passively. But Hennessy will fall from 51 window as Bait will take him out, and there it is. Pokey will swing the angle, and despite that nitro kill from Arv, Pokey will take him out, and that will be a very successful attacking round for the Texas Tech team.
Yeah, it was a very solid attacking play right there. Just get a pick, keep looking, get a pick, keep looking, get a pick. You see the overwhelming man advantage. You just push in and sweep through.
And a sweep through is exactly what they did, and they took out one after another, and that last kill from Arv, it was really a garbage time kill, like you could say, and it really didn't mean much. And it was essentially a flawless round from that attack, even though 1 player did fall in the end. But Akron now, they will be heading back to CCTV. They're going to try their hand at it once again. We see a very similar lineup here, but for the time being, Mozzie will be the player of choice from Matt, and he will switch off the Malusi, but we will see the identical lineup coming out from the Texas Tech attack.
Yeah, and that Mozzie play, I can really appreciate that. There was a lot of drones getting the site, getting the intel. You're gonna take away that intel from the enemy, and then you're gonna give more intel to your team. So definitely the play right there to see. Just gonna wait a few seconds here, see whatever their lineup's gonna be. Reinforcing standard walls as well. Waiting to see how their utility placement might be any different, but likely not. Texas Tech just keeping their drones at arm's length away from sight.
What I love about a good Mozzie pick is that it's so good for information denial, and often we actually will see, a Mozzie and Mute combination, and that is so key, especially in a meta where 15-second pushes, 20-second pushes, executes into sight at the very last moment are so common. If you can deny that information as long as you can from any good attack, you can stop them in their tracks and prevent any last-second push from being successful whatsoever, and no doubt that is what Matt here is going to be trying to do. JetCon will be downstairs in dirt, but he'll have to deal with some pressure from the sledge there. That'll be Canned Coot, and Matt appears that he'll be roaming for the time being, and those pests will do well to assist him in that effort, as we do see the drone coming down dirt from Canned. He's going to do his best to force out Matt as soon as possible. Here we have JetCon taking a quick fight onto the upside down rappel. That might be Buck there, I believe, and this one could get spicy any second now. Actually, that's going to be Pokey right now on that ace, has that diffuser in hand, but both of these players playing absolutely dead still here, waiting, and waiting. JetCon will take a few shots, and he will take down Pokey. What a good shot from him, and that is a huge pick for Akron, taking off the ace from the board. The hard breach is gone. No more Selma charges for you, sir. And just like that, it's going to have to be quite a play from Buck to recover this round, but he will find a pick onto JetCon, and he will trade that one out.
They still do have the Hibana with Espen right there, so they can still get that wall open. They did drop the fuser, but thankfully that was nothing lost there, and they were able to get that back, no issue.
And now with a minute 20 remaining, though, anything could happen. It's a 4 versus 4. We still have Hennessy on Raptors, and Canned Coot now will look to pressure onto construction, but no defenders will be in there for the time being. Hibana will open some holes here onto the CCTV wall, but that's not going to be quite enough to get full view of sight, but it will be enough to crouch through and possibly get a late plant down. But we still have a minute to go. Surma and R both positioned top of red, but Canned Coot trying to force them out. But these players on defense are so passive right now, and that is working in their favor at the moment. Canned Coot still praying through this as much as he can, but he will not be successful as of yet. Espen still trying to find anybody, but it does look like this Texas Tech attack is stalled out. As I say that, though, Canned Coot will find one, and Bait will find the other. Surma will get the trade, but Bait will deliver once again. That's a double kill for him, and now it is a 3 versus 1. Surma left to do all the work, and Bait will deny it right away. That's a triple kill for Bait, and a brilliant win from the Texas Tech attack once again on the CCTV site.
Yeah, again, just a lot of nice picks early on, getting that man advantage, getting rid of the utility, and then just pushing in with the overwhelming odds. Looks like Akron here going to come back to church. We're going to see a nice lineup, some nice trap operators. Again, with that nice Maestro from Surma. Going to see how that plays out here. Going to get the double hard breach from Texas Tech. Going to try that awesome double push again. We're going to see if that actually works out this time.
But we're headed back to church, though, and you know, this is a site that Akron was able to very successfully defend their first time around. We saw the impact tricking working so well. That was Matt and Surma both taking up that role, and just, you know, with 4 impacts in hand, you can just deny that kitchen hatch over and over and over again. And it did seem that Espen did struggle to get that open, and by the time they did, it was a bit too late here. But the site setup is gonna go down here. We are gonna see if Akron are gonna bring anything different. But what I would love to see from Texas Tech here is how they are going to adapt, because we talk about this time and time again, especially at the collegiate level. Adapting to your opponent's strategy and making the necessary pivots when you see a strategy that you are quite not prepared for is so essential to being a successful team.
Yep, definitely. Adaptability is one of the key things in determining who's gonna win around here.
5 seconds to go.
Got the nice setup into dirt right here from Hennessy. They're gonna leave any Banshees in the tunnel. None at all. They're gonna worry about. They're gonna leave the smoke there to with the deployable shield to get anyone to come in through there. Let's get a look into how they're going to protect the kitchen this time. I think they're not too. I'm not sure how confident they are in their impact tricking again.
But it's really important here is like how the roam is going to work. We saw Matt do a bit of roaming last time, but right now, you know, taking a look at the whole map, it looks like most of our defenders are actually going to be right up on site, not going to roam too much. And, you know, I have mixed feelings about this because in an effective roam, you don't have to force it. You don't have to overstay your welcome. You just kill a few drones, you fall back to site, you scare the attackers a little bit, at which point you fall back to site and play a bit more passively. But it appears for the time being, we will not see that roam from Akron on this attempt, as all of their defenders are currently on site. We have Canned Coot here, doing what Sledge does best. He'll Swiss cheese the entire floor, opening up every angle he can. You know, this is a pretty dangerous position for him. A C4 could come from below at any moment. I believe Hennessy is rocking that C4. Arv, though, going to be taken down by Buck there. A push up into Dirt Tunnel, and Cancoot will use the vertical play to find another. Bait, though, will be down for the time being. He'll be over in Dirt Tunnel, I believe, so he will do his best to rotate back and look for that revive. But Matt now, worried about the vertical play from Cancoot, going to work his way up the stairs a little bit, toss a few goo mines out, but eventually falling back, and now Bait has been picked up. So this final push looks like it could go a little bit better than last time. But still remaining in dirt, going to have to contend with 2 defenders in Armory and the 2 defenders positioned over in blue right now. And Matt is going to be in the hallway at the moment, but Cancoot might be able to take a look at him, but he will actually get the nade kill. Beautiful kill from Cancoot. He'll find Matt, and now it is a 5 versus 2. Cancoot will swing and find another. That's a triple kill, and Buck will seal it off onto Hennessy and make it a flawless round. A beautiful attack from Texas Tech.
Very nice there. But again, seems like back-to-back what Texas Tech is doing on these winning attacking rounds. Get the nice pick. Keep pushing on your hard breach sides. Get a nice pick, and then take the overwhelming man advantage and just push through into sight.
You're totally right. I mean, that was really, really well done from Texas Tech. They took their time. When it mattered, though, they just sent it into sight and delivered decisively, I might add. But I do love what we are seeing from both teams so far. We're seeing very, very mature Siege. And at the collegiate level, you don't always see this. But at teams of this level, Akron and Texas Tech, these teams have been beasts in the entire collegiate Siege ecosystem so far this fall. I mean, it is really incredible to see how they're playing, and I know I can learn a bit from it. I don't know about you, Strax, but it is good to see them playing so passive, and they know when to take those fights and when to aggress those angles. And so far, I love what we are seeing from both teams.
Yeah, definitely. I can agree that I see a lot of thoughtful play. It does not feel like haphazardly run-and-gun strategies. These are very much thinking about where they're going to push, trying to take risks where they think they can make wins, and testing enemy defenses or offensive holdings.
And Arv actually going to play once again, putting that deployable shield in dirt. You don't often see a dirt hold as hard as Akron have been holding it. It did work the first time, somewhat, I guess. I mean, Smoke did get picked off quite early, and having a Smoke play that aggressive position in dirt, you know, you can use those toxic babes to assist you, but really Smoke is all about plant denial in those last few seconds of a round, and so having him fall early in a position that he really shouldn't be falling to is quite detrimental to any solid defensive hold in those last few seconds. And once again, we do see him positioned here, and if he's not careful, this could prove very problematic once again, as Buck is going to be the man to push Dirt Tunnel once again. He was so successful last time. He's 5-1. He's playing out of his mind right now, and he is looking to continue that streak.
Yeah, definitely want to keep a Smoke alive, especially in the last seconds of a round. So I think they're going to be a little more thoughtful about keeping it behind the scenes. But Buck being very aggressive here, trying to get that Arv Smoke pick out of the way early on, but Arv's going to be using his utility ahead of time before he dies. Let's see the Buck peek, and Buck is going to get demolished for trying to peek that smoke there. Going to take a little bit of damage from the Capital bolt, but still alive, more than 25 HP.
But here we are with 1:30, and the attacking pressure is mounting, but hasn't quite sandwiched down on site yet. We have JetCon playing on main stairs, and this could prove very painful for the Texas Tech attack if they do not suss him out and become aware of his position very soon. We did see Cancoot find one on the vertical angles, but this time JetCon will take him out. Just like I said, JetCon proved so painful there for the vertical play from Cancoot, and immediately JetCon will fall back and wait and play his life rather than play main stairs, and that is what you love to see. That is a good way to roam. You've done your job. Back out, play that time, and right now it's looking good for Akron. It's a 3v4. Diffuser is still upstairs. They're going to have to get some pressure going. Kitchen hatch is open, though, so anytime they could drop down this hatch, and it's going to be 2 players in kitchen, and Bait will take up the forcing down onto dirt. But JetCon, once again, he is a threat and he is in bar, and the attackers need to be aware of his position. Pokey, completely unaware, still pressuring down this kitchen hatch. At any time, Jet could swing this angle and totally take him out, but the call does go out. Pokey is aware, but he's going to back off this angle for the time being. Here comes Jet, gonna take a few shots, knows the drone is there, so he'll fall back. Arv now being pressured from multiple angles. Surma will fall to the gun of Espen. It's a good pick from the Hibana, but 15 seconds in the push needs to come out. Arv will find one onto the Espen, trading that out. That's a double kill for him. And Matt, though, he'll fall to Bait, as Bait now pushes up in Armory, LMG in hand. He'll find another and drop him down. And now it is a 1 versus 1, but JetCon delivers the final kill. The pain in the back for Texas Tech the entire time, and JetCon will seal it out. Brilliant play from the Jaeger.
Wow, that was just wonderful to see in those final seconds, all of it coming together right there. As you were saying, JetCon just constantly being a thorn in their side, taking those peaks that just make the attackers question, what angle do I have to look out for now, where the bullet's going to go, and making them paranoid is waste time, and that's what you want a roam to do. A roamer is not to get the picks, it's to make them waste the time by fearing the picks.
That is spot on, and we saw JetCon do exactly that. And this was the first time they really deployed that roam on this site. Just last round, like we talked about, they failed to bring out that roam, and possibly resulting from that, we saw Texas Tech just absolutely hammer onto the site without being hindered whatsoever. And so Akron clearly learned from their mistake, and this time they came out with the little bit of roam from JetCon, and he really proved to be the key to that round.
Looks like we're going to see a Valk from Akron here. They put one of the black eyes in CCTV here. Curious where they're putting the other two, but nice intel in the same vein as bringing a Mozzie. Intel for your enemy to get sorry, getting intel from the enemy team, seeing where they are, getting to know where exactly their positions are. Prep round is over.
But here we are, beginning of this one, round number 6, the final round of this half now. If Texas Tech are able to take this one, going into a defense on Clubhouse, I mean, I do not envy the position of Akron if that were to happen. We are going to see a little bit of an extended hold. They're going to put some reinforcements onto the, I believe that is the cache wall going into, I believe that's over maybe to the master side. I couldn't quite take a look there, but the roam game once again, we've talked about it before. It's going to be JetCon, but right now the drone is staring at him, and Cancun is pushing up right now. Okay, we got the pressure onto Seeger from the attack, giving Cancun the opportunity to swing this at any time. He's going to have to make a move though, because JetCon is walking away slowly. He'll swing the angle, but JetCon still avoiding it right now. Here it comes, Cancun, headshot delivered, and JetCon is taken down, and that is exactly the room clear that Texas Tech needed. But Matt now dropping down to take over the position, and now he could rotate up that staircase and catch someone off guard if the attack is not possible. But you gotta give it up to brilliant coordination from the Texas Tech attack. They were able to eliminate that first roamer.
Yeah, kind of some irony right here. If IMAT is able to get a nice pick on the counter roam. Gonna try and survey, gonna not see anything. Oh, we're gonna see a pick right here. And yep, we're gonna see IMAT get a nice counter roam pick off. Oh, trying to get the C4 on the Pokey, but going to just be off a little too high up on that rappel right there. And we're gonna see all 3 X-Kairos Hibana charges gonna be on that CCTV wall. Buck trying to get the peek there on the garage balcony. Hennessy's a little bit in trouble right here. Nope. Protected by a nice Jaeger right there, and protected nicely by that steel barrier fence. Buck trying to get those picks on the Hennessy's head, but Hennessy's just not putting the head up long enough. Espen gonna try to do a counter roam. Hibana got the X-Kairos off. Now gonna go for the roam. Nice. Open the wall. Secure your other entrances. Surma hiding out in the nice bathroom there. That's a nice counterplay. You know the walls open. Try to see where else you can play. Ooh, Surma gonna come back to site and get a nice pick onto Espen. Pokey gonna be just watching site here, just trying to clear it out for the plant. Nice stair clear. Gonna get Arv as well, clearing out sight left and right. 1v2. It's got this two attackers here. Got Hennessy on the garage trying to make a last stand. And Plant is going down. Bates got it. Oh, 3, 2, 1. And Plant is down. Hennessy's got just 40 seconds. Oh, 1v1. Pokey versus Hennessy. And attackers win. Texas, nice. You're pushing it on and off. Got the wall open. Coming around. Still getting some picks from Akron, but overall, just solid teamwork.
I am very impressed with that Texas Tech attack. It looked like they were struggling a little bit as the picks came out from Akron. We saw that pick onto the Habana over from construction window by Surma. Brilliant work from him, positioning off of sight, not when Texas Tech was expecting it, but it didn't seem to matter. We saw Pokey just push into sight from the CCTV wall, and he found 2 back-to-back picks to really open up the round and allow Texas Tech to make that comeback and get that plant down. But here we are. It's 4-2 with Texas Tech now. The ability to go on defense up 2 rounds on Clubhouse. I mean, this is a position that they have been looking to be in all night, and that is exactly why we saw them choose attack first. You know, as much as you question that strategy, it seems to have worked out in their favor because being up this margin on their defense, you can't help but think that they could run away with this one if Akron don't have some beautifully executed attacks.
Yeah, definitely. This seems intentional just from the point advantage here. Got a Valk and a Maestro, 2 good intel utility operators to prepare for multiple angle pushes, and I think they're kind of aware that they want to spread themselves out a little bit more to watch from various angles. Standard reinforce in the dirt there. Nice, nice. Got a nice Malusi. I've seen a lot of definitely a very strong operator, one of the strongest that I love to play, especially nowadays. Nice, solid. Banshees that just make the sound that annoys you and sets them off when they come on. Am I right?
And absolutely, and that sound is exactly why we call them wub-wubs. You know, that is the official term for the gadget. You know, screw Banshees. Wub-wubs is the preferred one. But you do love to see that she is bringing the impacts, as well as Espen will also be bringing the impacts. So clearly, impact tricking is on the mind of the Texas Tech defense, similar to the way that Akron deployed that strategy as well. We do see Hennessy, though, taking up the buck. This is a bit different than what we saw on the Texas Tech side. They brought a sledge, but Akron clearly preferring the buck in this situation. You know, I can't always support that, especially because he doesn't have his frags anymore. But you know, buck is more of a safe pick, especially because, you know, if there's always that play where you go upstairs to CCTV, you can use the buck from below to open up some pretty nasty angles. And already, Hennessy doing good work, making this floor look like Swiss cheese, like I said before. And they're going to try to force these players out from directly below in hopes of preventing this impact trick. But Pokey here, he's got the opposite on his mind. Impact trick comes out. Will all the pellets go down? I'm not sure if they did. It may have missed, and yes, they did miss. The hatch will be open. That's a unfortunate mistake there from Pokey, not able to get the impact trick right on the mark. You're supposed to throw it right underneath that shelving there to make that happen. But once again, the Zofia is the player elected to push down dirt. It's going to be JetCon. He'll swing. Will he find one? Not quite. And he will get domed by Coot. What a shot there. We've got a double defensive presence here in dirt. That is not something you see every day, but so far it is working for Texas Tech as they're down to a minute, but Matt will trade that pick off, pushing up dirt himself now, making it a 4v4 with a minute to go.
Yeah, we got a nice equal man, no man advantage at all here. There's still a minute left. Ooh, I'm gonna just get punished for that push on the bait there. Now it's a 3v4. Texas Tech just trying to hold it down here and doing a wonderful job, even with that kitchen hatch. Ooh, are almost going to go down there. Almost a 2v4. Texas Tech is just really holding us down at the moment. Bait, nice watching that dirt push. Going to see if Hennessy's going to. Yep, Hennessy's going to get punished as well. It's the third. That is the third person to get down to dirt push, but Surma gonna push in there with the Habana. Gonna actually survive here. Gonna more than half HP. Punch the wub. You know, you gotta put the sound out. And nicely, Tex is just defending it.
That was a beautifully executed defensive play there from the Texas Tech defense. We talked about maturity earlier and really mature Siege that we are seeing but I'm gonna have to backtrack just a little bit. And my boys from Akron, they just sent it into dirt tunnel over and over and over again. And that is not usually what you love to see, especially after they kept getting picked off one at a time in dirt. Obviously, Matt was able to get that trade, and eventually we saw the Hibana pushing up quite far, but it really did not matter. Dirt was on lock. That was a lot of the Texas Tech defense was focused on dirt tunnel the entire time because they knew where the push was coming from, and they absolutely shut it down with a vengeance. So Texas Tech, like I said, they're looking so good, and they absolutely are in a position to run away with this one. Akron are going to have to adapt, and they're going to have to attack this site that is also very defensive sided. That's the CCTV site. This is a site that Texas Tech were able to attack beautifully 2 out of 3 times. No, excuse me, all 3 times they were able to succeed. And we are going to have to see what Akron are able to bring here, because it has not looked good thus far for them.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely not looking good for Akron right now. Texas, the reinforcement onto CCTV a little late here, but still enough time to get the bandits on. Hopefully, they brought the double hard breach again. Again, this is pretty standard. You know, you cannot get caught off guard if you are missing a hard breach. One good run out, and your team is just shot in the leg because you did not have the hard. Sure, your buck or your sledge got the anti-hard breach off, but you're just gonna mutilate yourself if you don't have a second hard breach on hand to be prepared in case of that off pick here. It's a nice mute entry denial. You see right there, Akron just trying to get some intel with their drones there, but getting denied by the mute. That's one of the things I love about mute as like a hard breach denial operator. Honestly, one of the underrated out of the 3, Bandit, Mute, and Kaid, because mute when you are protecting a mute wall or protecting a wall with a mute jammer, you also get the benefit of denying drones as well.
You're absolutely right. That drone denial, like we talked about information denial earlier, is so key. And we've seen so many last-second pushes, and that is exactly what those mute jammers can help deny. We see a pick there. Buck on the roam will find Hennessy taking out the Buck. No more vertical play, he says. And at 7-3, Buck still looking very good. Surma going to get taken down very low by Can Coot here, playing onto rafters. And now it's Surma getting a bit flustered, not exactly sure how he's going to pressure this angle. Can Coot right now playing this very smartly. But Surma will find Buck, the roamer downstairs in lounge, taking him out of play. So equalizing this one at a 4 versus 4. Now Matt pressuring down into lounge, trying once again to find those vertical angles because they need to get that wall open if they want to get this push into sight. But Ace is actually below right now. He'll have to get upstairs. They do actually have the wall open at this point, so a push could come out when necessary, but they need to clear out this Raptor players first. With a Raptors player, any push into sight from that breach is nearly impossible. The flashes come out. Can Coot will be blind for just a moment, but the push will not capitalize. He'll swing. He'll take down Matt. And another, that's a double kill. Can Coot will take down Surma as well. The chance for a triple, but JetCon will deny it, and it's a 2 versus 3 with 50 seconds remaining. JetCon pushing up Raptors. Arv now last seen outside the breach. He'll push in, assisted by that smoke, trying to get a plant down default. Maybe no, he'll swing the angle. He'll take down one. Poki's gonna fall. The C4 not able to detonate. Espen though on the flank. SMG-11 not able to connect, and JetCon will take him down. So it's all up to Bait. He's been clutching these situations before, but the plant's going down, and he's gonna have to do something to deny it. He'll swing in. The smoke though hindering his view. Right behind him is the Ace. Does he notice right now? The smoke will clear it. He'll find it. He'll take down Arv. It's a 1v1, and just like that, it's anyone's game. JetCon pushing up Raptors, looking through the breach, and he'll find one and take down Bait, giving Akron the round win, and a round win that they needed.
Yeah, it was definitely a very close one. Akron was in honestly a much worse position than they really should have been for this push. They keep having one enemy just holding an angle, holding a sight line that's especially right here. Cancun just holding the upstairs right there. They kept pushing. They eventually get whoever is holding that angle, but they do it at a big cost and detriment to their team. And they had a 2v1. Ace got the plant down, sacrificed. 1v1. It was a nice 1v1, equal odds right there, but it really could have been a 3v1 in that case, and it's something they really did not need to do.
You're totally right. I mean, the favor looked like it was in Texas Tech's hands the entire time. They had So many different chances there, but honestly, got to give it up to Akron. They beautifully executed that push. They methodically took down the player in Raptors, although it took them 2 dead bodies to do so. They eventually forced Canned Coot out of that position and were able to get that push-up Raptors that is so necessary for getting any sort of plant down on this site. But after that unsuccessful attempt, we do see Texas Tech going back once again. I mean, if you're in their shoes right now, you saw how successful the at least first half of that defense was. So you're looking to repeat that first half success and just try to shift things up a little bit and not fall when you don't need to in those last closing seconds. We saw Buck there swing an angle he really didn't have to. He fell in lounge after getting that initial kill. You know, what we like to see from roamers is, you know, getting a kill, but then playing patient, you know, not overstaying your welcome, because that can prove so problematic if the attackers are able to get you out of that position and get that refrag.
Yeah, getting one pick as a roamer is just the goal, is just the dream. You get the pick and then you just wait around, because once you get it, they're gonna think, hey, gotta watch it, gotta refrag, gotta avenge. You just keep playing the little games, get a pick, tag here and go, but never overexert yourself, and that's kind of one of the key principles to good, solid, time-wasting roaming right there.
Exactly. When you know, we got a minute burnt in the round so far, and the vertical pressure's coming out from Hennessy once again. But Canned Coot, he has it on his mind to shut that down. But Hennessy will now rotate outside, head back to the safety of his teammates. But here comes an engagement. Matt will throw a drone, but will not lose his own body there. The swing and the angle, though, and Matt, though, taken down. Unnecessary waste from him. He'll swing that angle, and Canned Coot just aggressively pushed out that stock door, looked outside, found Matt, and will be looking to find another. But now here comes the pinch from the attack. Surma on main door, switching guns, and that will cost him. Canned Coot will get the double kill. Has the opportunity for more if he's careful, and Arv and JetCon, though, trading that out, finding the roamers, and removing them from play. That's good work from JetCon to take that pressure off their shoulders just for a little bit, equalizing this to a 3v3 with a minute 15 to play.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Yep, nice equal, no man advantage on either team in this case. They got the wall open, so Akron's gonna be checking their sides. They don't, Texas does not have a hold in garage rafters right now, so they don't have to worry about that. JetCon trying to clear out cash right there. Good job making sure, watching the flanks. A little bit of a kind of paranoid pre-fire right there. Buck's still downstairs. You gotta wait for him to come back up. JetCon going back in the site here. Arav watching the open site right here. Hennessy's still on drones. I think they're trying to clear it out. They got 40 seconds left, so they got, I'd say, around 20 seconds to check all angles, get a hold of enemy positions, and then push in. Bait starting to use the smokes right now. I believe he has all the other two still remaining, so that's the full 30 seconds. Got to either take him out or get the plant down at an angle that he's not watching. Now we got a 3v2 right here. Ooh, we got a 3v1. JetCon with a nice double kill here. Bait all alone, trying to hold it out. Oh, gonna get a nice pick on the Arv. He's waiting for Hennessy right here on the angle, but gonna peek. Oh, JetCon gonna get peeked here. Now Bait has 1v1. A little aggressive right here. Full HP though can kind of make it. Ooh, and Hennessy just holding that angle on the hard breach wall. Just gonna be what seals the deal here.
Bait just played incredibly well there until those closing seconds. 2 beautiful headshots with the SMG-11 to take those attackers out of play. But in the end, it was Hennessy who delivered the final blow and gave Akron the win on the CCTV site once again. I gotta say, I'm quite surprised. Both of these teams have expertly crafted attacks for the CCTV and cache sites, and no defense has actually won a CCTV site yet in this map. If I'm taking a look at my notes here now, that is an incredible statistic.
Yeah, but I must say that Texas Tech has been a lot better, and their losing defensive rounds here have been a lot closer by a lot slimmer margins compared to Akron's. So we're gonna see if that plays off anymore, because we only have 3 rounds here. We got 3 more on Texas's defense here. Again, no hard breach denial on Church. Completely understandable. No one, you really never see an overexertion into dirt. An overexertion, you almost never see that, honestly. I've you've seen it before, like with the Kaid. Well, in this case, Kaid is banned, but before what happened a lot was that you just get the Electroclaw on that container there. You get the 2 hard breach walls, and they would have to waste utility. You have to waste hard breach denial utility to get open those walls. It just became not worth it because of such a slim angle that dirt really gets you into sight. It's really not always worth it. You can go through moto, you can go through stairs, you have kitchen, you have blue. There's so many entrance ways into church. Pigeonholing yourself into a certain attack manner just because you might have a little bit more utility for it, It's if the defenders are not looking a particular direction, that is significantly more valuable than if you might have just, oh, I might have a Zofia that can take out this barb or this Maestro Evil Eye.
And we already saw Matt get a good opening pick onto Canned Coop, removing the Valkyrie from play, but I guess Valkyrie will now be able to do her job, and that is sit on cams for the rest of the round, flipping through them and trying to get that intel that she has placed with those cameras. But once again, Hennessy, the vertical angles, that's all he's worrying about right now as the Buck. The drones are going to come down main stairs. We may see somewhat of a main stairs push here, but right now they're just going to be used to suss out the defenders of the position. Pokey going to be spotted by that drone. The impact trick goes out, but it will be unsuccessful. Another attempt, and that will land, but Pokey will fall for his troubles there. And the final set of X-Kairos pellets will be used, and they will remove that kitchen hatch and allow it to be opened here. Could be actually one more set of X-Kairos pellets, misspoke there. But Bait now going to find a kill onto JetCon, evening us out at a 4 versus 4. But Pokey is down, so it is essentially a 4v3 unless a Rez is able to come out. Surma in dirt, aware that there is some defensive presence, and that's going to be Bait. Buck will find Matt and Hennessy immediately with the follow-up onto Pokey, keeping us even. But Pokey was already down, so really not a big deal for the defenders there. It is a 3 versus 3 with a minute to go. Surma still on that drone, looking to pressure the smoke out, but with the M59 in hand, it's going to be more than a challenge, because you'll get easily bodied by that shotgun. The shotgun will swing, and Surma will fall. Not sure if he knows he's down. Yes, he does. He'll continue to push and finish him off with the SMG-11. But now we have got two attackers, the remaining Arv and Hennessy, opening the church wall. There will be a defender back there to contend with, but right now, actually, the wall will be denied for the time being. We have Buck here playing in blue. We'll be looking onto the Moto doorway. One will swing, and Hennessy will be taken down. A beautiful headshot from Buck. That's going to drop the diffuser and turn it into a 3 versus 1, and Akron have quite a ways to go. Arv is going to need to make up a lot of ground, but he's going to fall to Buck. Another play from blue using that soft destruction beautifully, and Akron not able to succeed on the church site once again, and that is 2 successful church defenses for Texas Tech.
Texas Tech now just 1 round win away from taking a set here. Excellent. I love this little, not even a melee hole, but just a bullet hole peek into the Moto. Excellent, excellent.
And that is no surprise to see that strong play from Buck. He's been such a presence so far tonight on this Texas Tech side of things. But what I always like to say when we see such strong roamers, like we saw the Jaeger get some really good roam plays earlier, you cannot underestimate, the actual ability of anchors to enable good roamers to do their jobs. You need someone like Bait. You need someone like Espen to hold those angles to the very last second. They know when to challenge. They know when to swing. And that allows roamers like Canned Coot, roamers like Buck to do their job and light up the scoreboard like we're seeing so far tonight.
Yeah, because good roamers really excel when the enemy is focused. When they're laser focused on taking out an anchor and they're trying to focus down a hallway, that's when they're not aware that a roamer is going to come around and punish them from behind. Nice. We're going to be looking here from Jim Bedroom. Have not seen a play on this site yet. They, of course, got Pokey with the Bandit, just a common, simple hard breach denial. They actually brought a Vigil, honestly what is mostly considered the king of Rome, with you can't be seen by drones, and an SMG gun that has the stats of an AR, in all honesty. It's just a beast of a machine that just wrecks at any distance, almost.
Yes, and right now, though, Cancoot not playing too far offside. He'll be positioned over here in CCTV. This is a very common extended hold that we see when we do see a gym site in play. Obviously, Texas Tech, after 2 unsuccessful CCTV defenses, decided, you know what, no more of this. We're not going to try again. It seems hopeless. Let's try gym and see if Akron can have anything to show for it. We will see those bandit batteries deployed on those cache walls to deny this push as long as they can. But something I'm interested to take a look at is actually how long we do see the Texas Tech defensive presence up in cache, because often we do see defenders overstay their welcome here. And eventually, when the attackers can open up so many angles here, we already see the ace Selma's going down as Buck will find one off camera and take down the Buck of Hennessy. He looked like he wanted to come below, and he denied that. But Cancoot now playing very aggressive, challenging onto the construction window right away. But like we talked about, we do have the defenders have now fallen back into the construction area. And Cancoot, though, will find one onto Jet, and Matt will trade that off. So it's a 4 versus 3, and Akron are going to need to get something going, but they keep on getting stifled right now by brilliant Texas Tech players just doing their best and shutting down this push from all sides.
Akron here still with both hard breaches up, so at least they have that, and they still have IMAT there with the any ash charges, or I assume this, yeah, still 2 ash charges. They can take out any utility that's going to get in the way of that. And Texas Tech really just playing past here. They have the 1-man advantage. They're almost ready for the set here. They didn't take out any of the hard breaches, but honestly, it's not really going to matter here since it looks like Akron's just trying to push those windows at the moment. Buck here just watching that construction. Oh, is Arv going to try and push in? Not sure if this angle can be really held. Oh, Arv's going to try. Yep. Ooh, Arv's going to get punished by Buck right there. Excellent gunplay right there.
And now about 40 seconds left. Still anyone's game, but Akron's going to have to muster something quite impressive. Surma will start that off. He'll take down the Vigil. That's Cancoot. He'll fall. Now Matt pressuring up onto the bedroom door from construction. Swinging now all the way up into bedroom on the bed, actually. Trying to pressure on the gym rotate. There'll be a player here for him to find, and he will take down Buck. And there's 2 more left. He could go for the 4K if he's crazy, and he will fall, though, as the Alda will swiftly take him out, and Bait will deliver it. And Surma now almost hopeless, and the defenders will seal it out, giving the first map of Clubhouse to Texas Tech.
Wow, that was just a lot of really solid plays going back and forth. You can really see the thoughtfulness of, hey, check here, not going to work, move around. Hey, this does work, move in, and it's just lovely to see. It's like a crescendo of movement and hailfire, honestly.
You're totally right, and look at that scoreboard. Bait, Cancoot, and Buck just dropping absolute numbers. And Bait, you love to see that from him. You know, we expected Buck to be a bit more of a shower, but Bait absolutely popped off tonight, and so far that's working very well for Texas Tech. And now, first map is Clubhouse. The next map is going to be Oregon. You know, but something that is a bit concerning if you're Akron, Clubhouse was Akron's choice. So now going into the map pick of Texas Tech, that's going to be Oregon. Clearly, they have got something planned for Oregon, and Akron are going to need to step up in a big, big way, Strax.
Yeah, definitely. Getting your pick just swept on you. Well, not really swept. This was actually very close in a lot of cases. Most of the rounds came down to 1v1s. So not too bad, but it is looking as though they got to play a little bit, at least a higher level above what they were expecting before, because this is not going to be easy. Not by any stretch.
Yeah, so we are going to take a quick break before we get into our second map of Oregon, but please stick with us for what is going to be an absolute slugfest of a map. We'll be right back.
See ya.
go so fast, all tied up like a captive. I'm on to you. Used to pay my love life, standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I haven't felt this in ages, and I've no patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me Ain't no luck finding real love. Gotta know where to look. Time moves fast, and I've grown up. Yeah, I want to. Used to pay my love life, standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I haven't felt this in ages, and I've no more patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're here on map number 2 after that absolute dominating performance we saw from Texas Tech on Clubhouse. Once again, my name is Jays Wills, and I am joined by Strax. Strax, talk to me about Oregon.
Hello. Gonna see a nice Oregon classic map. Going in the same vein as we had with Clubhouse there. Ooh, nice Thatcher band right off the bat. Anything to say about standard Thatcher?
Nothing much there, but I do want to talk about these teams and the dynamic we've seen thus far in that first map. Akron,
Ooh.
historically a very frag heavy team, all right? But Texas Tech has been out fragging them thus far tonight. And now if you're Akron, that is a bit concerning. And of course, we'll talk about that Ying ban in just a moment, but I got to highlight that Akron have really seemed like they've been on the back foot for most of tonight so far. And that is a position that they are not used to being in. This team is a dominant team. And like I said in the pre-match, they haven't lost a single match all fall long in every collegiate game they've played. So they're going to have to come up with something here to bring this back and bring the fight to Texas Tech at a position that it seemed that they've struggled before. Now, Strax, obviously, it seems that you want to talk about this Ying ban.
Yeah, that completely caught me off guard. I was not expecting that. It seems Texas was just prepared. Did they have some? I guess they just had some premonition suddenly in that pep talk, because it looks like they're ready. No flashes, no siree. Gonna start off with a nice classic laundry here. Wow. We got the mute. Mute's nice, but they're not gonna be putting a kite at all for the hatch, which has me. It just has me very curious as to what they intend to do. They intend to leave the main hatch open, or are they just gonna play? They got the 6 picked onto the Legion there. I wonder if they're gonna play it all heavy around there. Is they're gonna keep a Goyo up there, maybe? Probably not, but that just really caught me off guard. Both no kite and that Ying ban just suddenly no flashes there. But I can completely understand. It's like kind of banning a jackal. You don't want to play against it, so you just ban it. It may not be like, it's almost integral to no particular strategies, but it's just something you don't want to play against. And Akron here needs to play a little more cautiously. Texas Tech getting that, I guess it seems like a comfort ban. So I'm really I'm a little worried for Akron here, because they can't afford to lose this map here.
Well, I highly suspect that is a target ban to one of the Akron players and their strategy here on this map. Now, personally, I'm not too familiar with the Akron attacks, but I highly suspect that was motivated by some VOD review. Clearly, Texas Tech doing their homework here, but it's Texas Tech that are starting us off on the attacking side. This is Texas Tech's map pick, and Akron elected to defend, so both teams surely prepared for this one. We do see the very common play. We see Arv here taking up the role of the elbow player here in Tarps. The nades come out, the Goyo shield will get taken down, and the pocket reinforcement comes out to close up the rotate. But in the meantime, Buck found a kill onto Matt, the Legion, caught unaware there. That's not a great start from a Legion. No more goo mines regenning throughout the rest of this round, and only a minute in. That means that not very many goo mines have been placed, and that is going to allow this attack to move in with a bit more aggression than the Akron defense is going to want.
JetCon here, that nice, almost signature roaming here. Just if we didn't see it there for too long, but in the nice right above meeting, watching for them to come in, because I know the Texas Tech is going to want to get these hatches. Actually, no, they could push down the stairs. They might just ignore meeting altogether, and this might make JetCon's hold completely unnecessary.
With a minute 20 to go, it seems that most of the attacking pressure is actually mounting from the blue area, from construction side, and so far they've been able to find some picks here and prove successful. The shots come out though, but JetCon will drop down Canned Coot, and that will be from above. Double hatch looking through all the way down to Electrical. Now that is a spot on play from Jet. Good awareness, knowing where that push was coming from and using that position to hold. And that's going to force Buck to just take JetCon's head off. He went all the way upstairs, dealt with that player. That is unbelievable play from Buck. The usual stuff from him. And Bait here already looking good, already up into pillars. Pokey will find a pick onto Arva, making it a 2v4. And it's going to be up to Hennessy and Surma. Surma upstairs, going to have to contend with multiple players, but Hennessy going to fall on site. And Surma now, the position is known, and Pokey just swings it, looks straight up the hatch, and takes him down. A brilliant start of this map for the Texas Tech attack.
Yeah, Texas is just wanting to make sure they hone this in. They're trying to make sure we do not go to cafe at all. Even that really good JetCon hold up there in the attic was not enough to stop them from this overwhelming sight. Because one thing, when JetCon got the nice kill into the ash in the construction right there, did not really see any tracers on the kill there, which I am completely surprised that they were able to tell immediately. Buck was able to just go up, take care of Jet, Jaeger. None of that. Get the picks, move in the site, roll in. How do you do? Happy win.
Absolutely, and that was brilliant from TTU. We saw such a powerful attacking presence in blue, and that is a very common take for this site. There are a couple of options on basement. You can come down freezer and mount some pressure from there in combination with some laundry pressure, but that's not really what we saw. We did see a little bit of pressure down power stairs from the attackers, and the rest of the pressure just came from blue. They just hammered into sight in the exact spot that Akron expected it, but it didn't seem to matter. Akron just was not able to deliver the picks, and right now they're just being out-fragged at every turn. We have seen very few rounds throughout this entire night on a Clubhouse where the plant has gone down and the time has whittled all the way down. Only a couple of rounds the plant actually did go down. Most of the time it's been a frag fest, to say the least.
Yeah, we're gonna see the correct me if I'm wrong, but this looks like the same exact lineup from Akron for their defensive lineup. Yeah, it looks like it's the same. They opened up again the attic, which I assume is it JetCon or Matt? I assume it's gonna be JetCon again. Gonna be watching down in the meeting, and that really did not net them too much. It didn't net them much in the push from Texas here, and I'm wondering to see if that's going to do much. Yep, again with the elbow is just going to get taken out of the way. Our Nice going to be able to move back and seal up the wall. Got around half HP taken off. Surma here holding with the pillar, trying to prevent a construction rush. Can they get double? Maybe was that triple flash? Who knows? There were so many going on. Couldn't tell with the indicators.
Well, what we saw there was a very crucial mistake from Akron. We saw two ADSs placed in elbow and a deployable shield with ARV behind it. But the first frag grenade that went in without burning the ADSs took out the shield, and that simply means they misplaced their shield or they misplaced their ADSs, not quite the right position, and that frag was able to roll up out of sight of the ADSs, out of sight of the Wamai magnets, and eliminate the shield and push Arva out of the position. And Coot will deliver our opening pick for the round and taking down the Wamai. No more Wamai magnets, and now the Selma charge going down on the supply room wall facing towards Pillar here. Pings come out, and the Akron defense is aware of this, and a flank from JetCon will be in order. Matt still positioned in the freezer for any sort of push into pillars. He should be able to shut that down, but the pressure continues to build from the attackers, all stacked up on the pillar side or above, sealing off that position. No attic play going to be allowed this time. C4 in hand. Arv may get the toss out. Here comes the toss, but nobody's there, and it will not connect. And now with the C4 burned, a plant could get happening soon. Coot, the Ash, starting to swing this, trying to find anybody, but he's going to have to contend with Arv positioned behind the bomb. And now Coot still up in pillars, pressuring down Laundry Hall. Won't find anybody for now. Matt taking a couple shots from Laundry, but now Jet still on the roam. Nobody is contesting him, but he's also been able to find no picks, and that is a problem for that push. Arv, though, will get the trade, making it a 4 versus 4, and Coot will be off the board. But with 35 seconds, a push needs to come from this attack, as Matt is still very strongly positioned in freezer with an angle onto pillars, but he'll get taken down, and Pokey and Bait will get the double back-to-back, but Hennessy will get the follow-up and take down Buck. It's a 3v2 with 20 seconds left, the 20-second meta in action. Pokey gets the plant down, and Jet above, prepared for a flank. One coming through the rotate, but Bait will eliminate him, and Hennessy will fall. It's all up to Jet, trying to catch any exits from the site, but nobody's coming out this way. There's one player working his way towards blue, but he will not reveal his feet to Jet, and Jet now has his work cut out for him. It's a retake situation, and Texas Tech very passive and positioned beautifully. One will drop down, though, and Pokey will fall, and the fuser in sight, though, but he'll have to find two before he can get the defuse. He'll challenge onto Espen. Espen's still alive for the time being. Gonna go prone. He'll see his feet. He'll swing and take his head off, and now it is a 1v1, but with 15 seconds left, JetCon needs to get the pressure going. He'll finish the down guy. It's 10 seconds. He's got to push. He'll swing the angle, but Bait is playing so passive in the closet. He'll try to bait the plant, but he has to stick it. and Bait will finish it off. Texas Tech, another successful attack on the basement. They're looking just so strong right now.
Wow, Texas is really just playing around Jet at the moment. Jet is just expecting the places where they are just going around Jet. They are just literally, we do not want to deal with you. We will just go around you. And Jet is, they're making the roamer waste his time instead. It's amazing. You love this. You never see it. You almost never see it. The roamers wasting their own time.
Yeah. It's unfortunate for Jet that he was caught out like that, unable to do much of anything at all until those closing seconds where he's able to find the double. But at the end of the day, time is what got Jet Khan killed. He wasn't able to get that push fast enough, and brilliant push there from Bait in those last closing seconds to finish that round out. But that's two unsuccessful defenses from Akron on the basement. That is concerning if you're an Akron or Akron fan. This team is such a dominant team that has looked so good across the entire Collegiate Siege ecosystem. But right now, Texas Tech is just taking the fight to them. Akron is on the back foot, and they are going to need to bring something out. Otherwise, Texas Tech, could very well run away with this one. Coming into this, I know Akron was favored. They have been, a very powerful Siege team for so long. But Texas Tech is here to prove that they are better and that they have what it takes to prevail against such a strong team.
Yeah, they lost 2 back-to-back in the basement right there, so they're going to go up to kids. Nice to see that they aren't trying to just hold aside. They're just not trying to go back to the same site after site. They know that they need to branch out, try a different one. Nice to see no fawning over your exes in this case. Kind of wondering here. They did bring the Jackal. That was something that I was looking at during the pick phase for Texas here. They are a little... They're almost preemptively prepared for the roams that Akron is going to pull off. Although Buck with the Jackal here is going to be rappelling up the kid's wall, and I'm kind of intrigued, or went back down in this case. He's going to try and go in through the kitchen side. Arv got the floor beneath him taken out. Cancun just trying to watch for little toes right there. Taking out the hard breach denial as well. Tossing the ash charge. And I think that got the mute jammer, which means that the wall right there in the game is going to be reachable. Oh, got some off right away there.
And a brilliant C4 toss from Arv, and that's Pokey going to be downed outside. I don't know if Arv is aware of this. It is competitive settings. The points are off, but he is in a position where he should be able to be revived. JetCon off screen, going to find a pick onto Cancun. This is the way that Akron needed to start this one. Now Texas Tech is on the back foot with 2 players out of commission for the time being. One of the players is going to have to take all the time to rotate around to the master balcony to pick up Pokey. So we're about a minute to go, and Buck will get another onto Matt and a double onto Arv. That is a great start for him, but he'll be taken out by Surma, removing the oh-so-powerful Buck from play and turning us to a 3 versus 3. The closet wall is open, so anything is possible, but the drones are going to come out to try to suss the defenders out of their positions. We do see JetCon positioned on white, Hennessy in attic looking towards games, and Surma over in dorms at the moment. We do see those air jabs going out to prevent the flank, but at the moment, no flank is in order. All the defenders generally on site. Pokey seems to be aware of the position of the Wamai, but a push needs to come out because these defenders are in a position where they can swing these angles late and deny a plant. Got about 30 seconds to go, but a play from below from JetCon is going to be an absolute failure as Pokey will suss him out, take him out, and take us to a 3v2. Hennessy want to be challenging on this a bit too aggressively, but Surma will keep it intact and find Bait, and now Hennessy will still be contending with the attackers onto the closet wall. They know Surma's position, but Hennessy will assist and take down Pokey. It's a 2v1, and Hennessy will finish us off with a brilliant double kill and remove Espen and the remaining TTU attack from play.
Akron here coming off with the first win of this map here. Nice to them to actually see get a win on the other side's pick. And they're going to be going back downstairs. We're going to see maybe 3rd time's the charm with this hold. Looks like they are going to bring a kite this time, so we're going to get the double hard breach denial. Maybe they'll actually try to put the electro claws on the meeting hatches. We'll see if that nets anything different. They have only one hard breach on attack this side from Texas, but they did break. This is the first time they brought Jackal onto Laundry, so they might be going for that hard Jet hunt. I know Buck and Jet here. They've been going at it a little bit head to head, and I want to see them. I want to see what they come out with.
You're totally right, and Bait has also proven to be somewhat of an entry fragger tonight and has really just been popping off. He had 17 kills on our last map. But let's talk about Oregon and the way this map is just structured. What I love about it so much is that sometimes it really doesn't turn out to be, so defender-sided or really favoring the defense too much. I mean, especially when you have attackers who know what they're doing, like Texas Tech are proving for us tonight. This map can really go back and forth. It can turn into just a battle of the frags, a battle of the minds in those last few moments. And right now it appears that Texas Tech is on top, but Akron are going to do their best to adapt. Now, the one thing that Akron need to slow down is going to be the push from blue. The brilliance from Texas Tech on this push so far is they forced the blue player out of elbow, out of that position within the first 45 seconds of the round every single time. And whether that's the fault of Akron or just beautiful coordination with the flashes, burning that utility in our utility consumption simulator that we call it, and just getting that frag and taking out that deployable shield, you really can't say. But what you can say is that they need to hold that position for longer if they're going to play it at all, because Texas Tech have forced into blue and have been so successful with it thus far.
I almost saw an engagement in my head right there as Buck, as the Jackal was spawned right by small tower there, and JetCon with that nice all the way farthest side you can do roam hold. I really wanted Buck to enter in there and to go head to head with JetCon. That would have been wonderful to see early on. We would have been almost seen who would have won the match per se by proxy.
You're absolutely right, but something that, we did see in action was that deployable shield. At 2 minutes 20, 40 seconds in, the shield was gone and the player was forced out, and there was an ADS still working, still alive. How does Akron keep making that mistake? I do not know, but Buck is going to be pushing up into Freezer. He's already very close onto site with a full angle into supply room with a minute 50 to go. This is a very good position for him. He'll find the Kaid and take his head off, and that's Matt who will fall first, and a double for Buck. He'll take down Arb, and he could find more. He'll swing, he'll take down another, and he'll get the triple. He's going to be down. Actually, yeah, well, mine will be taken out, but it will not be Buck to deliver the final blow. It will be Canned Coot. Hennessy, though, will get a follow-up onto Canned Coot and make it a 2v3 instead of a 2v4. But Buck very low HP after that aggressive push. But JetCon now rotating into Freezer and could get a flank off on any of these players. Hennessy swinging this angle, sees Buck's feet, and will take him out after Espen found one onto JetCon. So it's all up to Hennessy with 30 seconds left in the post plant. The C4 will connect, and Pokey will fall. It's a 1 versus 1. He'll swing over into Laundry, trying to find Espen, but Espen is doing a great job at playing passively. I lied to you! He swings the angle and throws the round, and brilliant quad kill from Hennessy to seal it off and give Akron the defensive win that they desperately needed on this site.
10 seconds remaining too. Last man standing. Wonderful play by Hennessy, just holding it down. C4 is honestly what won that, and you gotta love it when the C4 actually hits. You don't waste it early. You use it just at the right moment. Goyo, honestly, I love him. He's such a nice defensive operator. You can put the shields down, ping him when you need them. C4, Vector, wonderful combo there. And Hennessy, wonderful play, just being smart, being methodical, did not let the clock get to him, and just waited, used C4 when he needed to, used the utility, aimed for the head, got the shots.
Yeah, so much happened that round in those closing moments. We didn't get quite enough of credit towards Hennessy there, but he found 4. He got 2 in that early push, when that early push came out, and he found the remaining 2 in that post-plant situation, or remaining 3, in fact, in that post-plant situation. That is brilliant job from Hennessy to seal that round off for Akron in a position where Texas Tech absolutely had the advantage in a round they should have won. But Espen, I gave him credit for playing passive there, but right as I said that, almost a little bit of a caster curse, he just decided to swing that angle right away, and he got punished brutally for it. But the tertiary site we will see tonight is going to be kitchen and dining here. This is a site that you often see, but sometimes we switch it around with a kitchen meeting. Some teams like to defend one or the other, but we will see quite a bit of defensive presence working on showers. This is going to be a vital position for Surma to be holding. They'll put one hard wall and one soft wall facing the small tower side, and we will have the defense set up on the kitchen side as well. So I'm very interested to see exactly how this attack goes down on this site. Sometimes we see vertical play. Sometimes we see a full-out send onto meeting side and take kitchen from that way, and sometimes they just send it into small tower and open showers, get control of dining room, and get a quick plant there if they can.
Again, it seems to be Akron's preference to put the two ADSs right there, as you saw in the bathroom near Surma. Not sure what it is. Let's see. Let's hope that this time the ADSs are actually able to get some nades this time, as opposed to where an elbow in the basement. Buck doing the nice solid counter room, trying to clear up the top floor, which I assume they definitely want to push into the kitchen here. JetCon, of course, going to be playing that extended roam here to try and waste time, get picks, make them paranoid.
Arb just found a pick onto Buck. I believe it was from below. Yes, it's going to be the floor play. Buck had no idea that was coming. He was so focused, tunnel vision on the Jaeger, and that one's going to cost him. And that is a big frag off the board. The Jackal, the C7E, and Buck himself. That is a big deal for them to lose so early in this push. He's going to be essential for it. It looks like for now, Texas Tech actually going to give up the upstairs for now. Not going to worry about pushing out JetCon, because so far the vertical angles from below have stifled that push very effectively. Looks like they're going to do a little bit of a pivot. We've got multiple drones coming in from the bottom of White Stairs into these showers and into dining, but Matt is also going to be under and trying to pressure up freezer stairs. Meantime, Espen will finally take out JetCon, the Nomad, the last player to contend upstairs, proving successful, but Canned Coot not aware of the position of IMAT, and Matt actually swinging that and will take down Canned Coot. Whether or not he's aware, we do not know. He's going to try to back off and get to safety, but it will prove impossible, and Matt will finish off with a headshot. So it's a 3 versus 4. Hennessy going to take quite a bit of damage there, but the Alda in hand. Surma going to challenge on the two players pushing into the hallway, but Bait will find one, remove the Maestro from play. No more Alda, no more Evil Eye control. Matt going to take quite a bit of damage here in security. The push is starting to come out on the small tower side. Arb is going to see 3 attackers, and he'll fall one, but not the other, as Bait found him and Espen found Hennessy. So it's Matt, top of freezer stairs, left to find 2. The diffuser, though, it's down. So he could camp this diffuser, and actually this could be quite successful if he's careful and doesn't get swung at the exact same time. But if Texas Tech can coordinate this push and take him down, that is exactly what they're going to need to do here. Matt now actually backed off quite a little bit. He's going to play the vertical instead, but that's going to allow the diffuser to be picked up. That could be a crucial mistake. And now the plant might go down in dining room. Here it comes. The plant will be going down. Actually going to be moving around in kitchen at the moment. And Espen going to try to keep in weather eye while he does that, but Matt at any time could drop down, but going to be pressured by Espen to distract him, but Matt will find him with the SMG-11. Now he's got one more to find. He drops down right away. He's going to be searching, but can't find him at the moment. He knows where he is, but Bait will deliver the final blow and take down Matt and give Texas Tech the victory on the tertiary bomb site.
Yeah, wow. Mute there, just pulling away, had the diffuser, not really sure if really needed to do that. It was a really nice hold. The diffuser was right in the middle of the hallway. Going up above to prevent the diffuse would have really been nice if it didn't actually go down. But getting it down, having to rush and getting that nice pick off, making the 1v2 a 1v1. But again, it's 50-50 odds right there. Gonna go back to Kids Dorm. Gonna see a nice Valk, 2 hard breach denials, and we're only gonna see one hard breach from Texas Tech attack here, and they're gonna be bringing the Cali, nice sniper, hard breach utility clear. Very interested to see how Texas makes use of this 6th pick right here. Any thoughts on favorite Valk spots, how they're going to prevent the utility from just, how they're going to take the intel, they're going to prevent a solid rush, I assume coming from bedroom.
I mean, you really don't know. You could get some C4s from below. We do see 2 on the board. But if I'm Akron here, I just do what I know. They were able to do this so successfully last time. They did get the victory on Dorm. And now that it is available to them, there's no question why they are heading back here on the final round of their defensive half. They're looking to equalize, take us to 3-3, because this time, in that case, they could really, steam ahead on the attacking side if they've got what it takes. But we will see what happens here. Matt going to toss a camera out onto the school bus. This is a classic cam spot. You'll see the entire roof. You'll see master balcony. Now, that is Buck. The elite player that he is, he will leave the default cam completely intact. You'll love to see that kind of play from a player like Buck. But it happens sometimes. We all do it. But that is going to be valuable information that the Akron defense is going to have. And JetCon, in small tower, he's going to look to take advantage of that, play his time here, and possibly get some cheeky runouts if he can. But right now, it looks like we're getting somewhat of an armory side take. That's Coot already in armory, while Buck is on the main window. He's opened that up and looking into sight. But we do have some defensive presence over here in big tower, as well in small tower. This is a very roam-heavy defense from Akron here, a bit different than what we saw last time.
Yeah, we're still seeing this push into bedroom, though. Got Pokey just watching it. Wow, already in. No contestant right there. JetCon going to get the pick onto Buck. Just holding out the small tower there really paid off. Gotta get those default cams. I'm at all the way up in big tower. Oh, now we're at the 4v4 even man advantage. Cancun gonna get the pick on the ARV. Bedroom is really open right now, and Texas Tech just has free roam of this entire east side of the top floor. No really gander as to how Attic is doing. Attic is actually about to go down here as well. It got a little bit of, I'd say, around a 1 Selma charge peek hole through. Hennessy's just really holding up there in the Attic section, trying to make a last stand. He was the last one alive, able to win Akron one of their 2 winning rounds here in Kids Dorm. So we're going to see if he's going to still be holding out 4v4 man advantage. So he's got a whole team behind him. Let's see how this plays out. They are trying to push Hennessy out, but they're being careful not to be too aggressive and get punished for a push that they don't need to 100% make, or that they can't commit to without taking acceptable losses in this case. Just playing with him, sending out the drones. That's getting drones are getting eaten up. They're gonna come around here. They still have the Ace and the Cali up, so they might try to. They don't really have the time to come around to Attic top. Oh, was that a double? Hennessy gonna get Cancun, but gonna get down in the process as well. Bates gonna clear up that kill with a frag grenade. Gonna be a 3v2. Texas not looking too hot, especially with 1 sniper. Oh, and it's gonna be a 3v1. Can Cali with the SMG make it out here? We're gonna see real fast. And nope, again, Akron gonna be able to keep it. Now we're in a 3v3 when the side switch, which is it's only a 1-point difference, but a 4v2 and a 3v3 can go a long way in one map. What do you say?
I absolutely agree with you, but we gotta talk about that round. There was a blatant mistake coming out from Texas Tech, and as they did not pressure the Attic side from Big Tower whatsoever, and as a result, that allowed Hennessy to stay in that position in Attic. He held that like his life depended on it, well, because it did, but he held it for so long, a minute and a half, he wasted sitting there, killing drone after drone after drone, and we saw Bait at the end. He tried to rotate around and come from the Attic because there was no pressure from the other side of Hennessy, so he could hold that position forever. And that would never allow, any push from Texas Tech to push into sight and get a plant down. And it was, maybe an oversight from Texas Tech, but without any pressure from Attic side, from Big Tower side, he could be in there as long as he wanted, and that proved to be a huge thorn in the side of the Texas Tech attack. But here we are switching sides. Really don't know what we're going to expect here. It's kind of like we're starting over at 0 and we're playing just 2-3 rounds. But really, you don't know what to expect here, but both teams have looked so strong thus far, and I cannot wait to see what they're going to bring.
Yeah, this is definitely not going to be a sweeping match at all. It's definitely going to be hard-felt, blood, sweat, and tears won victory here. And the main thing I want to note about this defense here is the Maestro. it's pretty much the same lineup that Akron was running in the basement from the previous, but Texas here with them. Bait with that Meister. I am really excited to see what kind of hole, especially top fragger right now in the lobby, actually tied with Hennessy at the moment. Want to see their evil eye spots. I'm expecting some stuff in blue. That elbow push has just been shut off and shut off and shut off. Oh, they're actually, it looks like they're going to fully reinforce the elbow right there off. Nope, sorry. Going to keep the small hiding hole this time. They're going to be putting the double ADSs as well, but let's see if the positioning of the deployable shield is a little more correct or in line this time.
Absolutely, but first, gotta shout out to our observer, Tango Mango Down. We saw quite a long load time in that lobby, but he specifically requested that UB grant us the right to join the game, and UB did that right away, so shout out to our observer for that. But here we are, beginning of this one, Akron mounting their first attack on the basement site. We see very similar take, it appears, a lot of pressure coming down blue and big tower. Like you said, though, we see that same position in elbow. We do see that will be Buck holding behind that deployable shield. And on the basement site of Oregon, we haven't had a chance to touch on this yet, but the deployable shield meta, the pocket mirror windows essentially, comes into fruition on this site like no other. We see so many shields brought typically. This time, not so much. Buck is going to actually get taken down by Arv. A great push into blue. And now they're going to have to reinforce that. But instead, Bait just sends it. He's going to go in and find one, but he'll be traded off by Surma and Hennessy with the follow-up onto Cancun, making it a 4 versus 2. And now full control of blue is in the favor of Akron, and JetCon will take down Espen as well. So it's up to the Goyo. It's up to Pokey here, working his way from Freezer. But he has 4 to find. Nearly impossible situation for him. But no doubt, he's going to do his best. We're going to have a player over by the laundry rotate, and he will be aware of that. The drones will come out, and he'll take one down. But the attackers now have so much time to work with, nearly hours, a minute 30 to go. The plant's going to go down in that corner that Pokey was unable to stop. But C4 comes out and might be able to catch him off guard, but it will. Ooh. It will deny the plant and down Surma, and that could be big. But the problem is he's forced to fall off and won't be able to hold the diffuser for much longer. Matt going to pick up the diffuser and go for a plant in a different location. Pokey not able to hold that because he needed to play his life. The spray coming through the wall is going to drop Jet down to about 5 HP. That is very effective from Pokey. He's still 100 HP. He can absolutely pull this off if he really wants to get crazy with it, but he'll have to deal with 3. One person holding in pillars, a very tight angle, prone onto the freezer. Very tough from Pokey. We see him taking his time, but he needs to get moving. 30 seconds left. Oh, he's going upstairs. This is not looking too good. He has to break this barricade and take his sweet time. And I got to call it right now. That is a beautiful round win from Akron. It appears that he will be just kind of hanging out, doing his thing, and use this moment to talk about what to do next time with his team.
Yeah, you got the 20 seconds. Might as well use them. Oh, it looks like he's trying to send a message. 3 dots.
That's not 3 dots.
3v3 here. Wow, that was just a wonderful play from Akron right there. They are taking the... they are just taking these slight pushes, catching Texas a little bit off guard and just running through with it. It's kind of the same thing they were doing actually in the first place. Their extended holds are just getting either shut down or ignored, and they're just running through with the man advantage at the end. They're just... I really liked Bates' attempt to hold down there an elbow, but it was could not survive the refrag in that case, even with that 80 round drum.
Yes, a beautiful push from Akron, like you said. You got to give it to them. They took the basement site with authority in similar fashion that Texas Tech was able to do on the other side of things. And with a 4v3 advantage, you know, Akron looking like they could muster some sort of comeback, some sort of momentum push, swinging this around in their favor. But Texas Tech actually want to make the interesting decision to try basement once again. Now, personally, I don't know about you, but I am not a fan of when teams, especially when they lose a round in such a dramatic fashion like that one, that they go for the same hold again. You know, why not switch it up to dorms? You could go back to laundry at any time because you were not successful the first time. But regardless, they will be going back to the basement, but this time they're going to bring out the Clash pick. You don't always love to see that. I personally despise the Clash pick because I hate, you know, playing against it myself. and it's sure going to be a pain in the butt for Akron to deal with, but we're going to see how they're able to pull that one off for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm really curious where Pokey's gonna be ending up. It's gonna be in the. I assume it's gonna be in the elbow hold. Not sure who's gonna be behind. I assume he's gonna use Pokey as. Oh wow! Starting off right here with Cancun getting a nice pick on the Surma right off the bat. That is a good pick. You're gonna get the Nomad. You're gonna get rid of the flank watch, which means late game. That's a huge boon. Not too much early game, but really good.
Oh my goodness, the shot from Buck, and another shot could come out, but he will not find it. Oh, he's gonna run out and go for the frag, but he can't find it. That was JetCon being slowed by the clash, and they were gonna use that to their advantage, and Buck tried to find him, but only one. A brilliant quick peek from behind the clash, and Bait now, it's his job. He's gonna take up the role, but Akron, if they're smart, if they know what's good, they're gonna avoid this angle as long as they can. But right now, it's Pokey's world, okay? He can do whatever he wants. He can go everywhere and shut down whatever push Akron tries to do. As soon as they suss out where the attack is coming from, he's going to just move over and block another doorway. And we do already see him pivoting just a little bit. The drones will come out from Akron, and Cancun will find a double and take down Hennessy. Brilliant work from Cancun to start off this one and absolutely stifle and destroy the momentum that Akron potentially could have had going into this second round.
Yeah, 100 seconds left. Your one hard breach is down. You have the two soft breaches. Good fraggers, Ash and Sophia here, but we're going to really see if that's enough to deal. You got a clash. You got a full enemy team here. I'm going to try and peek downstairs. Nope, going to get shut down by Buck on pillars there. And JetCon got 25 HP in a dream. Gonna take the peek and gonna win it against Buck. 1v4, nice. Gonna see the try and attempt the refrag from Texas Tech. Nothing yet. Jet holding the slow. Go. Quick peek again. Quick peek. Quick peek. Oh, nice spray onto the prone right there behind pillar. 1v3 still holding. No hits. Still got the clash up. Bait playing real passive right here. Espen also seems to be in sight. JetCon a little paranoid, making sprays, making sprays. Still have the bullets behind. Have any impacts? I don't think so. That's why I didn't take out the wall there. Oh, clash now. Hazard sights on JetCon. Waiting. He's gonna hit the impact. Oh, got that. And the pillar. The pillar save clash right there. No toe shots for JetCon right here. I think it's just gonna be 30 seconds of who's gonna win the peaks first. Pokey just, as you said before, it was just Pokey's world. Jet's gonna try and push and gonna see what the other comes in. Oh, nice! Just rush the clash. Just rush the clash. JetCon, nice there. Okay, 1v2 just has to push in the site here. 10 seconds left. And, yep, gonna get the pick on the bait. 1v1, Espen v JetCon. And boom with the C4!
JetCon was on for the ace, in fact, the ace clutch potential, but the C4 will deny it. That was a lot closer than the Texas Tech defense wanted that to be, without a doubt. I mean, C4 in hand, he had the detonator out, and he didn't have his gun out. A second difference on that toss, and JetCon wins that every single time. So that is unfortunate that it played out that way, but we really have to talk about this peak. Let's see it right now once again. There it is. Oh, Buck, that is a brutal shot on to the player in blue, but really, Akron did an okay job in the end. JetCon tried to bring it back, but overall, Texas Tech just looked dominating on that round.
Yeah, you got that mirror ban. You have to make do. You got the clash. And now it looks like we're going to be heading into kids. Wonderful. Secondary site. It's my personal secondary site. I see a lot of this as a primary. They got the Kaid. They don't only have one hard breach now, so I assume that the Electric Claws are going to go on games and to Attic. They did not bring a Cali like they did before. Akron did not bring a Cali like they did beforehand, and they only brought one hard breach. So I'm wondering again if they're just going to get pigeonholed trying to focus too much.
Yeah, really see how it goes. You can't entirely be certain here. We will see quite a bit of utility devoted to the attic hold once again. The hatch, in fact, going to be open. Maybe slow down any push. Don't want to fall in that hatch if you're an attacker pushing up an attic. But it appears that Cancun will be the defender of choice to hold down attic for as long as possible. We don't see, the Maestro or anything. It's going to be Bait on the Valkyrie is going to be the information queen instead of that Maestro. But we're going to see the push come out here from JetCon and the rest of the Akron squad. Looks like a good bit of small tower presence, possibly just a push in main window. Or but what I don't see right now is, like you said, no multiple hard breach and no pressure from big tower. That is a bit unusual because usually opening attic wall is going to be so essential to any good games plant, but it appears that they will forgo that for now and do most of the work on the master bedroom side.
Yeah, they have a little bit of a hole right there underneath, but they still have not gotten the electrical on Game's wall. So it looks as though they're droning it out, trying to determine the exact location. I assume they're going to send an IMAT with the Ash, since JetCon's up here holding big window. I'm going to take the small little peeks, peek again, peek again, peek again, just handing some random sprays through there into sight. Gonna not really have anything connect. He's going to lay down a hailfire. Looks like IMAT, I think, got the electrical on there. Yep, and Arv is going to put the Selma down, open up Games. That's going to give him a nice open angle. Oh, Pokey going to get sprayed down, going to get hit with some toe shots, not going to die. And, oof, going to get, Hennessy's going to get that right there. A little too familiar with on those nice, tight holds. Just defense or offense. Hennessy's just getting those nice around the corners right there. Buck is just waiting for JetCon on that window right there. Bait again, baiting the drones. Nice. Note, getting the information for Steam, denying it from the enemy. Love to see it. Pretty not looking a little bit in favor of Akron, or a lot in favor in this case. Buck just they're getting rid of the drone. Akron is just sending in drone after drone, trying to get out information. Texas is shutting it down. We're going to see in just a second here because Akron's got a full stack. Are they going to be able to use those dead drones, the information that they got, and pushing through? Or will Texas Tech just... Oh, we're going to see the C4 from Bait, and looks like it really did not connect. Surma jumping in, going to get punished by Buck right there. Now it's a 4v3. They don't have a full stack anymore, but they still have the man advantage. 3v2. Oh, wow. 2v2. Oh, we're seeing the numbers dwindle down. 1v2 here. 1v1. All right, it is now JetCon versus Cancun. JetCon with a slight bit of HP advantage. Does not have the diffuser in hand, but has both sites pretty much clear. Cancun is super far away. Not near site. Not near diffuser. JetCon did not pick up. It's just going to go for the frag. 1v1. Going to... 7 seconds left. JetCon, you got to push for this hold here. Oh, looks like the prone's going to save. And 3. Oh, and JetCon is going to get the frag and win the round. That was down to the wire.
That did come down to the wire. I mean, Akron had the advantage the entire time, but a brilliant comeback from Texas Tech. I mean, assisted by a brilliant play, a double kill from Buck to make that happen. But in the end, again, like you said, it is Akron to take the victory on the dorm site. So we will be headed back here once again. That is no surprise because Texas Tech are going to be looking to win this one this time around and equalize us at 5-5. But if Akron can take this round, going into the final one, 6-4 match point, that is a position that they are definitely going to want to be in and force our decider map. Once again, the winner of this match tonight between the 3 seed and the 6 seed will go on to face number 2 seed Purdue in the semifinals. So whatever happens tonight, that match next week is going to be quite a thriller, to say the least.
And it looks like we're going to be heading back to kids' dorms here. Now we're going to see if Akron can try, and it looks like they're going to try and take this map. It's going to be a little bit of irony here, seeing Akron take the Texas Tech map pick, and then being Texas Tech picking, of course, the Akron map. Again, only one hard breach. This just surprises me to no end. We're seeing only one hard breach on this top map. Neither team really clearing out attic from the big tower side. We're gonna see Bait again with the Valk getting the intel for her team.
10 seconds left.
Buck putting down the ADSs. Nice to see Espen on the smoke there. Solid, tight pushes, I think, is something that Texas Tech's hold on the attic or upstairs here was a little bit shy on, because Hennessy was just coming in clearing angles, and then JetCon going in with the frags whole ham. If they can hold those tight angles, have Akron come to them, I think that's something that Texas Tech is just exerting themselves off-site, just one room over too much, and being a little more tighter with their anchoring, I think will net them dividends.
Absolutely, and I'd love to reiterate that point. I mean, like you said, we saw the aggression from Texas Tech a bit unnecessary at times, and if you cast your mind back to a moment, we had an attacker pushing up white stairs and Pokey on the Kaid, holding the exact same position he is holding right now, and he swung that angle extremely aggressively and missed most of his shots, and he fell at the end of the day there. That was unfortunate work from him, and especially losing that Kaid in that moment where he could just play passive and just anchor on site, and when those numbers dwindle down, still be a player that you have on your side. It is unfortunate he got picked out in such a way. It definitely wasn't the way he wanted to go out. We do see the roam play here from Vigil this time. He's going to be positioned over in the bottom of a big tower. But we have the Nomad who's going to pressure on the roam clear. But Buck going to shut the first one down, and Hennessy will fall. And another defender, that's going to be Kanku, will be spotted by Surma. But Surma will not be able to connect the shots, and now Matt will be pressuring hard on Buck. But Pokey, from the time being, will take down Surma. That's good work from the Kaid, not dying unnecessarily this time. Matt going to continue to try to pressure Buck out, but Buck now supported by the Vigil over in Big Tower. That's going to be quite a task for Matt to handle, and he'll back off for the time being. That is perfect roaming from Buck, as textbook as it could possibly get. Find the pick, play time, shoot drones, and then leave and play your life. JetCon will fall once again. That's the Vigil. That's Kanku, who doing the work for him. Are pressuring into Closet, taking a few shots onto bait, but will not fall either player, and they're doing fine thus far. Matt gonna go for the roam clear, but Buck will punish it once again, delivering the headshot. The way he has been playing all night has been just fantastic, and it's all up to Arv in a 1v5. He's gonna have to ace clutch. Pokeballs coming out will hit him in the back from below, actually, but they will not deliver. Vigil on the flank. The smokes come out to delay, and those toxic fades gonna do what they do best, and that is not let Arv push into them. Here comes a flank from Kankoot, but he'll be spotted down and removed from play. A good play from Arv, but 20 seconds left. And I gotta say, not looking too good, and Buck will deliver. I believe that is a triple kill on the round for Buck, and just great work from him. Clearly the star of this round, really the reason why Texas Tech won this round with such ease.
We just talk about how nice that quick shoulder peek instant frag game winner. Looking at a 5v5 right here. This is incredibly close. Next team that wins two rounds in a row here is gonna take the map here. Gonna go down the laundry. Gonna go back to the first site that we started off on, and we're gonna see the clash. Again. I am really loving the clash. Oh, we're gonna pick on the cat. Oh my goodness.
Now you could be baiting us again, though. You never know. All right, he will stick with the castle. But Clash is the way they won their basement defense handily. Their first attempt, they didn't bring the Clash, and they lost. But they didn't bring a castle either. So we will see the castle play, and I'm sure in a similar vein of Clash, just sealing off doorways, sealing off long angles, is going to be the castle's job with those castle barricades here. But like we said, both times we saw this site twice on the Texas Tech defense. The first time, Akron took it handily. The second time, Texas took it very handily as well. So this could go either way. It's going to be all up to how this push starts out. We've seen some really good early picks from Texas Tech be a really key factor in how they've been able to win some of these rounds, especially when that push comes out in those last 20 seconds. Having a player or two off the board can really work dividends for any strong defense here. We will see a little bit of roam action, getting some hatches opened and reinforced. And Espen, actually, we're seeing quite an extended hold. Over into kitchen, holding this from small tower and opening up a rotate into security. I bet to prevent, any freezer push and seal off, big tower and meeting from this direction. But this is interesting from Texas Tech, to say the least.
Yeah, Texas just wants to hold the whole map at this point. Don't want to let them inside the building at all. It looks like Akron here is going to be droning a little bit into blue. They're going to see that the elbow there is actually just full boarded up and electrified. They only have Ash right there. Just droning, getting some intel, and it looks like Texas was correct in not really sinking any utility, or actually no, in this case it was more so Akron just not bringing a lot of utility to that spot, because Texas was prepared and they're putting their resources elsewhere. Although we're really 2 minutes in, and only really Hennessy is inside the building, just making it on the complete opposite side of map doing a, I guess this is a full roam clear since they don't want to deal with this to any degree. But that extended hold from Espen, I believe it's in meeting at the moment. We're going to see how well this plays out. Looks like Akron's going to be doing a freezer rush, and we're going to get a 4v5. Bait's going to get a nice pick in the JetCon. Good pick early on, especially. We're reaching almost the halfway point of the round. Arv pushing into freezer here, trying to get a peek at the pillar, and going to get canned right there, holding pillar. 4v4, man advantage is equalized now. Surma trying to peek into around kitchen over there. Bait holding the meeting, trying to get someone on that corner hallway. Nope, they're going to be backing off and push. Looks like Akron's really hedging their bets here towards freezer. Hennessy just scanning, looking for a peek, looking for a head, trying to click around. Nothing really in sight. Oh, and nope, swing and a miss. Buck holding upstairs here, getting the drone. Good, saw, deny the intel. Go back to site, wait for the, ooh, Arv going to get the nice pick onto Buck. Just got destroyed from freezer, man. It looks like Texas is now aware that the enemy is now all in freezer, and they're now looking towards there. But caught a little bit off guard, and it's a 4v3, not in the favor. Akron making pushes, pushing in, getting picks, getting hits. 3v1. It's down to Pokey to really take this in, and ooh, nope. Akron is just gonna sweep site, hold it down.
Seems like they needed that Clash pick, man. I mean, the Clash is the only reason they were able to take it before, it seemed, and this time, I really am not sure what they were thinking with that upstairs hold. They devoted so much utility to the kitchen side and to meeting, and then, you know, they did get a free kill because JetCon ran in without any information, terrible drone work, and just got absolutely destroyed by a player sitting in a corner. But aside from that one blunder, Akron realized what was going on, saw the hold, and just all pushed down into freezer, pushed down laundry stairs, and because two players, that was, believe it was Espen and Bait, both were upstairs, they were basically got into site uncontested, found the necessary picks, and were able to, you know, take site and hold the long angles and hold the flanks that they knew were coming. And I really don't know what Texas Tech were doing there. They definitely would have had to execute that a lot better if they're going for that upstairs hold, because they just let all the attackers walk down freezer. They just let them all down there, and that proved so painful at the end of the day. A lot of picks came out from there, and this Akron attack looking really strong. We've been going back and forth and back and forth. The first round to Akron, second to Texas, then Akron again, then Texas again, and then Akron again. So, you know, if patterns hold anything in this game, you know, Texas Tech are on track to take this next round, hopefully learning from that one if you're them or a fan of them there. But really, if Akron can muster a very similar attack to what we just saw last round, they could take this and force our decider match.
Yeah, we're gonna see if Akron just takes no prisoners and goes full ham here. Looks like we're going to be seeing a cafe, and I think we talked a little too early, caster cursing, saying, I'm not sure. I wasn't really sure we were going to see a cafe, but looking at this is Akron's really stepping up here, and they're making sure that Texas Tech is not going to sweep them under the rug by any means at all. Again, they're only going to send IMAT into construction here, sweeping in the. They're going to see the before the drone gets taken out by the mute jammer. They're going to see that elbow is actually now an extended hold, and I wonder if Akron is going to try and play around that or try to play into it at all and get that nice open wall into sight, play off that, or if they're just going to ignore it and go around and see if they're going to waste Texas Tech's utility.
With a minute burned, you know, this is not too bad for either team right now. The attackers are making some good headway, but working their way up onto the small tower, working their way top of freezer stairs at the moment. But it is Pokey here positioned down in freezer, just holding this as long as he can. Could vault on those boxes and find a good angle there, but Espen holding a 1 bullet hole angle. Not exactly sure where he's looking, possibly onto laundry stairs. All right, that is Matt going to challenge that, going to be prone with the Ash. Now going to peek up a little bit, and the shots from Espen come out, but will not deliver. Now Buck, hearing that, will rotate around and try to find anybody, but Arv will find the pick onto Pokey, but a refrag comes out from Buck right away. He tries to find 2, but will not, as Surma shuts him down. So it's a 4v3 in favor of Akron. but they're going to need to get some pressure going here. The 3 defenders anchored on site as Coot, not anchored on site, excuse me, top of Laundry stairs, and will catch JetCon unaware and deliver the flank and the kill. So it is a 3 versus 3 with a minute to go, and Coot has his complete way of upstairs, can do whatever he wants as Bait will drop down Hennessy, and Espen takes a few shots onto Matt. Matt gonna drop down very low, but will not be taken out. Surma gonna swing onto a player, and that's gonna be Bait, and Bait will finish Surma off. It's a 1v3. All of a sudden, it swung in TTU's favor just like that. Texas Tech looking absolutely clinical at the moment. Now Matt, aware of the player in Freezer because her teammate just fell from there, but Bait's gonna be the one to swing this. Oh, there's one pick onto Coot, and now Bait still over in Freezer. Oh, Matt's gonna find a double, and it could be this. It could be a clutch in a 1v1 situation now. Bait still has the health advantage and has the diffuser. With 30 seconds left, the Ash needs to find this pick, but if Bait can just play passive, take the fights when he needs to, he could prove the victor. But Matt knows where he is, gonna swing the angle and find him in the triple, and the clutch from Matt, and will take the map. What a way to finish out this amazing map of Oregon. Akron will take it and give us a beautiful, beautiful final round win.
I love the irony here. Each team won the other's picked map.
Absolutely. I mean, even though this was Texas Tech's pick, as you said, they were not able to deliver in those final seconds. This time, Buck and Bait on that scoreboard, absolutely lighting it up. And, this time, it didn't really matter, though. It did not matter despite the popping up on the leaderboard. It was Akron who, at the end of the day, proved that they were the better team, and they were here to say that, you took our map pick, doesn't matter, though, we're going to come back with a vengeance. And so forcing our CAF-A decider map, this could go either way at this point. It's been an absolute slugfest, and I personally cannot wait to see how this one plays out. We've had back and forth rounds after back and forth rounds. I'm looking at my note sheet from that round, and it was literally back and forth every single time on that second half. And so, Strax, I know you're excited as I am to go into our decider. So please, everyone, stick with us, and we will be right back.
like a captive. I'm on to you. Used to pay my life, standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I haven't felt this in ages, and I've no more patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are here once again with our final decider map in this just unbelievable matchup that we've seen so far tonight. It's Akron, it's Texas Tech, and it is an absolute slugfest.
Hello, Strax here. We're gonna get right into the bans. We're gonna see, of course, classic Thatcher banned all three rounds. Hard breach, denial utility operator. Get that out of the way so you can only really rely on a Cali or a Maverick. Gonna wait to see what we see else here. I'm wondering, are we gonna see maybe a Blackbeard? I know Blackbeard is very strong. Maybe an Amaru. I'm kind of black sheep. Maverick ban again. More hard breach utility operators that are just being denied from the attacking team. Guessing maybe a Mira, maybe an Echo. Oh, we're gonna see a Wamai has seen a lot of play in the especially the previous map. So seeing him banned is a little interesting. I guess that means we're gonna be seeing a lot of nades here.
Absolutely, and Strax, I do want to point out, so Echo is, of course, on quarantine. I know that's a tough word to use now, but that's what they call the period where he is now. Because he is glitched, they have taken him out of the competitive scene, so he is perma-banned as well as Zero, so that's why we don't see him banned here. But Wamai, that's a big ban because Pixel Angle, which is the angle we're going to talk about a million times throughout this entire matchup on Cafe, is that angle on the top of Whitehall into Piano, where defenders love to hold at such a strong angle when you have the Wamai magnets and the Jaeger ADS. That is a nearly impossible angle to force that defender out of without using a ton of time and a ton of utility. But before we get into this one, it looks like we're gonna be are gonna be on Kitchen. But in the break, I heard two interesting things. Now these are obviously not confirmed stories, but first is that Matt of Akron, apparently he was born on the Cafe map, and number two, Surma's maiden name is Dostoevsky. So both of these interesting pieces of information that have just come to light could prove important as we get into this one, and Akron could be very strong on this map indeed.
I will be getting my fact checkers on you in just a minute. We'll have the updates after this map, of course.
But, seeing the Kitchen site is no surprise. It's often the favored site, but this one and Bar Cocktail upstairs are both quite popular sites. The vertical play on this one, we'll talk about it a lot throughout the map. It's so important. We're not going to see a sledge, but we will see a buck, and Hennessy going to do his best to just Swiss cheese the entire roof of site and find any defenders playing in Kitchen, Service, or Prep, or in any of those areas. The question is, are we going to see a direct site push or a top-down clear? I'd like to see the top-down clear because that is normally the more successful way of taking this site. You rappel all the way up to the roof, and you work your way down, and assisted by drones and assisted by multiple entry fraggers, and you clear out the roam. And the roam tonight, it appears, will be Canned Coot. He's going to be the one, the roamer of choice.
We also have bait up there with the Malusi. It's also, I think, a second floor. Yeah, very important. You gotta go all the way down. If you miss someone on the top floor, they will just come down and punish you on those rotates. Buck right here, just checking out first floor, looking around, seeing for anyone trying to come in through front door. Bait getting on cams, default cams. The drone and the cams see each other. They know they're around here somewhere. They're being a little cautious. Can pulling back a bit, not wanting to get caught on the open because I think his teammate told him there that, hey, there's a drone here. Look out. They're probably watching you from nearby. Akron here, already getting boots on the top floor, looking around, clearing out. Looks like Texas is going to just pull back and let them take top floor. Minute lost into the round already. We have half the time. Yeah, we're not 1/3. We have half the time of the round sunk in, and Akron has just really taken top floor. They have sight lines in the second floor, and they're looking around, trying to clear it out. Looks like they got around half of second floor cleared. And again, Texas is just letting them take it. Bait right there with the C4 waiting. Almost could have had Hennessy. Still gonna miss a really valiant attempt from Bait there, but just could not get the C4 to hit on. Akron being very decisive now, pushing and getting that second floor hold, and they're now peeking into first floor, getting things held in. No one has been touched this entire round. 2 out of 3 minutes out. Oh, Matt and Arv taking a little bit of damage, but I assume it's from an impact. Again, Hennessy, as you said, Swiss cheesing this floor, trying to get sight lines into sight, peeking and opening up. Bait trying to reverse through one of the holes that Hennessy has made there. 40 seconds down. We're getting into the 40-second meta here. No one has been killed, and we are just waiting for the push from Akron to go into sight. Texas just waiting for them to come. They have tossed a little bit, not really over. They have not overextended in the slightest, and have just had Akron have their way. And Akron is being very slow with this. And we're going to see the first pick from JetCon get to buck all the way down from main lobby here. 4v5. Can just watching here, waiting for someone to come around the corner. Nothing. Oh, gonna get hit again by JetCon. Nice 2 picks here. We're looking at a 4v1 here. And it's now coming down to Bait to hold down the fort in the last 3 seconds. Fuser's going down. It is now in favor of Akron. Bait now has to get that diffuser. Less than 40 seconds remaining. Looking around here, trying to come up the front through Bakery. And going to punish JetCon for not looking that way. 3v1, they are watching diffuser. Hennessy has just got that roof line in, clearly waiting. Bait, I think, knows this. Tried to peek, but did not get a sight. And going to get hit by Surma, who was just waiting and watching. And wow. Akron was going really slow that entire round, but they just came through. They got the picks, and they went with it. What are your thoughts on that?
That was an incredible push from Akron. The first pick came out from JetCon with 20 seconds to go. At that time, I was thinking, you know, it's good work from JetCon, but is it too little, too late? And JetCon proved me wrong immediately, getting the triple kill as he pushed into sight, allowing his team to take full control and get the plant down. It was a textbook 20-second meta. We've talked about it so much, but we will continue to talk about it just because we've seen it so much tonight. You got to give it up to JetCon for that triple and the rest of the Akron team for getting the plant down and getting the post-plant setup done perfectly to prevent anything from going badly there. In the end, Bait could not pull through. But I really do have to give it up to the Texas Tech roam at the beginning of that round. For the first half, or for most of it actually, it looked like it was going in Texas Tech's favor. It wasn't until 1 minute or less than a minute was remaining in the round that Akron started to Swiss cheese the floor. And it was simply because Canned Coot didn't roam too much, but he roamed just enough to kill drones and to waste time, make the attackers drone every single angle, every single potential position that Canned Coot could have been positioned. And although it was so powerful and brilliantly done from Texas Tech, it was Akron who prevailed. Their strategy, their push, just a little bit better than Texas Tech could muster in those closing seconds.
Yeah, just a wonderful all-around right there. And we're about 15 seconds into the round at this moment. Again, Akron, of course, going with the top-down clear. Texas Tech not really getting that bottom stairs. And they're going to go again. It looks like the consensus between the two teams is you fail the first time, try one more time, and then you back off. And for the most part, it seems like it's been a fine strategy so far. Just something to note in general. It looks like Texas Tech is going to be a little, with the Vigil up here, going to be a little more aggressive, not going to give them the top floor. No, it's about the same. About 2 minutes into the round, they're going to let them have top floor here. Pushing about, trying to get the counter roam. What are your thoughts on the distinction between around one? It's noticing around 1 minute each floor here. Do you think that's an appropriate amount of time it takes to clear each floor?
Well, a good checkpoint for any attack is boots on the ground by 2 minutes remaining, as Canned Coot actually will find one onto Matt, getting the first kill of the round. A couple of people try to pinch him out. They know his position. Arb gonna swing it, missing most of his shots, but eventually will connect with the head and equalize that and get the refrag. But like I was saying, boots on the ground when you're jumping down the hatch, somewhere between 2 minutes and 2 minutes 20 is a good checkpoint for the attackers. They were, on the later side of that for this one, but efficiently took control of top floor and just cleared out the last remaining roamer. So that is overall a job well done. Well, you should get the floor open before that minute mark, which they are doing now. It worked out just fine for them last time, so clearly they know what they are doing here. So we got about a minute to go. The vertical pressure is coming out from Hennessy. The Buck using that skeleton key to open the floor. We see 2 players here up in a Bakery. Totally uncontested right now is the defense in Bakery. Now that could be problematic for the Akron attack if they try to muster it from that side, but it does appear it's going to be a freezer side take and more of an east side focus. We do see Surma positioned in a way that he can catch anyone out rotating from closet. We do see the Jaeger. He's been spotted out, and we will see some shots come down as Art will take down Pokey playing the Kaid. I believe that is a vertical pick there. Actually, nope, that'll be a horizontal pick. He's actually worked up all the way into freezer, using that half ball there to find one, but Bait will immediately trade that out. That's Diffuser down in sight of Bait. That could be a problem. He'll swing, he'll find another. That's a double kill. He'll take down Surma, and all of a sudden it's a 2v3 in favor of the Texas Tech defense. Give it up to Bait there for some brilliant hold. It's Hennessy's turn to swing the exact same angle. This time he won't die right away, and he'll actually pick up the Diffuser to get the plant down. Jet will take down the Buck, removing the last roamer from play. It's 2 players on site or in Bakery left to contend. The plant has gone down, and now it's a post plant, but the Alda will prove too much for JetCon to handle, and it's all down to the Buck. The Nomad air jab, though, finding one and the other as Hennessy will deliver the clutch. Brilliant work from him in those closing seconds to find the win and give another attacking victory to the Akron squad. Got to give it up to a brilliant push there from the Akron attack. I mean, even though it looked like it could have gone. In the end, that made it happen. You know, Texas Tech, they almost had it. It really did. And Bait played so well on that Valkyrie, holding in prep and watching those players come in from the freezer. But at the end of the day, it was Hennessy, assisted a little bit by those air jabs from Surma, to make it happen.
Yeah, it was really nice seeing that the Fuser go down there, and that's what made that 2v2 advantage. You had 10 seconds left, cutting it a little close there in that envelope to 20-second meta, get that plant down, really holding it to no real exaggeration there. It really is 20-second meta. You get that plant down, and then it becomes, can you win the equal man advantage here? Now we're going to be seeing top floor, and I love to see a castle, especially when you get the windows, you get the doorways that you're not really hoping for. Looks like they're going to be blocking off the red stairs completely, which can kind of give Akron a free hatch drop right there. And they have some utility with the Legion that'll get the angles, and they're bringing the Warden. What do you think about this Warden for going against the stuns or smokes? I don't really. I only see one pair of smoke, or 2 pairs of smokes and 2 stuns here. Do you think? Or wow, actually, it's a full 2 stuns, 2 smokes. What are you thinking about the Warden here and how their Texas Tech is gonna place Candicoot here?
Generally, the Warden pick is something you do not see very often, and I think we're seeing it in part because of the Wamai ban and, you know, because the Wamai is off the table. You don't have those magnets to deny flashes and smokes like you did before, nor do you have his ability to bring a deployable shield. And so you need at least one, usually more, deployable shields to hold down this site. They want to put a shield on that pixel angle, and if you cannot deny as many flashes and smokes as you would before, because of the Wamai ban, maybe just get an operator that can see through it all. And that is probably why we do see the Warden pick. But in just a moment, we're going to see if it is effective or not. He's playing very aggressive as Candicoot, but he will eventually fall back to this angle that we call pixel. It is such an important angle, and this is where Warden can really shine, because once those ADSs get burned, we already see them getting burned right now, he will be able to withstand the amount of flashes that are going to come pouring his way in just a moment. We see the drones come out, they have forced him out, and he is actually going to play a bit smarter here and back off into the bathroom for the time being. We see the smokes come out blocking his view, but of course he could see right through it. Hennessy now in Cigar, working his way towards New Balk, assisted by Matt, who has dropped the red hatch. That is the Jackal on board. Generally, when Jackal is not banned, why not pick him? He's such a strong fragger, brilliant gun, and a brilliant gadget. JetCon now will be pressuring onto the white stairs a little bit, try to get White Hall cleared as much as possible. And now, Akron attack pushed up all the way into Piano and have pretty good access and can start opening these walls if they can. They do have a rotate, the defense that is, has to rotate into Freezer. The first pick comes out, that's Hennessy. Will take down Buck as a big pick onto the Legion to start one off. That is a quick peek over into Bar that is going to result in the death of Buck. With a minute remaining This could still go either way. The time is still in the favor of Texas Tech, and the push is going to have to come out. Bait now getting very aggressive, going to swing up, but reveal his position a bit prematurely. He didn't quite have to do that, but no attackers are still facing his direction. He could still pick this off if he gets the chance. He does. He'll find one. Hennessy will fall. He doesn't know where the other attackers are. He's going to frantically look around, find nobody right now, but a brilliant flank. I'm so surprised Hennessy did not catch that out. JetCon, though, will take down one, and Matt, another and another to find the double kill. So it's all up to Espen. A 1v4. The Ald is the only thing that can save him now. One player behind Buck. The pings come out. He'll find the one headshot, but he can't find another as JetCon will finish us out. And Akron are looking unstoppable right now.
Yeah, taking the first 3 of the set right away. This puts them at an... If they lose this whole attacking set right here, they will be even, which is no bad place to be in any imagination. And it looks like we're going to be going back to bar again. They're going to be bringing the Jaeger again. Just, you know, you got to get those nades out of the way. They can't bring the Wamai, so you got to bring the bare minimum to only let just a few of them in. They're going to be bringing a Malusi this time, and a Kite, which is a little interesting to see. Where do you think these wubs are going to be the most effective? I'm assuming around the hatches per se, but getting open that wall is really what killed them here in the previous round. And they got the Kite for the anti-breach and the mute. Good denial, and Vigil again. Solid from Coot from last round, but going to see again if we can hold more and actually take back their first winning round here.
Yeah, and to answer your question, we do usually see the wubs positioned around the bar, maybe noob out to prevent that push. We will see the first one there on the bar to prevent any push from Cigar Door, and the other one will go on to noob out. That is no surprise indeed. Barbed Wire going to assist that, really just to slow down as much at the attack as much as possible, because they were able to get some pretty aggressive pressure early on in the round onto this site. But right now, Texas Tech are looking like they're really on the back foot now. And after they've, lost both of the generally preferred sites on this map, Kitchen, they lost it twice and this once. They are going to need to adapt and pull something out. Otherwise, Akron could very well run away with this one. We know how strong they can be on this map. They've played it before and they've won it before. But Texas Tech right now, I mean, they need to get something going, because this map, although generally just a frag fest and the plants don't always go down, it is sometimes considered defensive-sided, as many maps are in Siege. But if you're not going to have a strong defensive performance here, you're never going to be able to get going on the other side of things. They're going to need to win at least 2 of these rounds. Otherwise, I got to say, it looks like Akron are going to take it.
Yeah, agreed in all parts there. Looking at almost going to hit the 2-minute mark and just getting boots on the ground, as you said, that's very important. I'm out here looking for the toes here, trying to track down some roamers. Pushing in. Wow, not getting punished at all for that swing and a peek there, but no one's going to be there to notice him either way to get peeked or to peek onto. Defenders really lining up here on the east side. Looks like they're roaming a lot second floor, trying to wait for a below push, even though most of Akron is top here. Kind of mismatched.
But with a minute 45, still anyone's game though. And we do see no defensive presence, at least for the time being, in Piano itself. They haven't had a player here at all. They're not going to bother with Pixel Angle, largely because of the Wamai ban. That is a big ban, especially on this site. Pokey going to swing, C4 in hand, and will not find anyone as the C4 goes off. But he's got the M59. He could do real damage if anyone tries to push White Hall. Bait is actually over in Cocktail, and Buck now forced out of Freezer as the wall gets open, and we do still have a Vigil playing on the roam. Matt will open us up. First frag of the round, and Buck is going to be eliminated. Now, the big key for Akron right now, it seems, is to shut down Buck. Buck has been absolutely, not present in this one at all. M59 will just ruin Hennessy, followed by a kill from Coot, removing JetCon from play, turning this one around. Coot with a double. Espen also going to get down, though, making this a 2v3 or maybe a 2v4 if Espen can get picked up. But a brilliant turn of events for Texas Tech. Matt, though, will suss out the Vigil and will take off the head of Coot. The push from Cigar is inevitable now with 40 seconds remaining. But right now it's kind of a 2v2. Espen is in a position where no way he can be revived. The peaks come out. Spartan will find one, and he will get traded right away, though, as RF makes it happen. But there it is, the final kill onto Arv, and Texas Tech will finally get the defensive round that they sorely needed.
Yeah, Pokey in there with the shotgun hold and bathroom is really what won Texas that round there. So we're not going to see a full 6-0 sweep, definitely. These teams have definitely been going head to head and going at it, and we're seeing finally now where the switch over in Texas Tech is starting to get used to how Akron plays, and they're starting to adapt and push forward and not get completely swept under. We're going to go to kitchen now, and we're going to be seeing the Warden from below. Oh, we're going to get a 6 pick onto it, and we're going to see who Espen is going to go into the Malusi. We're going to get some nice wubs to make sure they don't get into sight, at least quietly or quickly.
You're absolutely right. And kitchen, though, is a site that Akron have decisively won twice in a row in the previous couple rounds there. How are Texas Tech going to make this happen? I really don't know. We saw them, they were able to adapt on the bar cocktail site at least, but what are they going to bring to the table a bit differently? Maybe, you know, putting more presence in small bakery down, or in wedding as you call it. I really don't know exactly what they're going to be able to do. The vertical angles haven't been all that important and stifling for the Texas Tech defense, even though they have been opened up with about a minute remaining. It's just the push down red and the push into the VIP area that Texas Tech have been unable to defend against. Once that freezer gets open, it seems that the defense crumbles, and Akron are just able to just send their way into sight and practically wipe the floor with Texas Tech. But this time, their minds are set on victory. They're going to need to win this round to keep their momentum from that previous one. We saw Bait teasing a little bit of spawn peek there, but eventually will fall back. Now, Strax, what do you think Texas Tech can be able to adapt here?
Honestly, I think they're going to need to be holding on the bakery stairs the most, because that is what's been noticing the big pushes have been coming from. We got Canned Coot up there with the Vigil roaming, and I think if it looks like they're going to be playing back and forth on top for 30 seconds of the round already, and our Akron is just getting in here. We're going to see if they're going to get it fast, or if Texas Tech is going to be able to push them off far enough that they're going to waste a lot of time getting into the building, because we're about to hit 2 minutes, and yeah, just barely hitting that mark there to get inside the building. Looks like they've already backed off on top floor, letting Akron just have their way up here. And Canned Coot already down the first floor. It looks like they're giving up second floor already, and they are really not positioning anyone near those red. Oh, Espen's now coming up, but it's not really. Espen's just rotating in now. It's not really a hard presence on red stairs there, and if they can't hold it, I dare say that Akron is just going to sweep up this round again. Thoughts?
I mean, the one difference here is that we're not seeing any roam, and they're just going to be hoping to play this really, really passively and not let that push come down in those last few seconds. All right, Canned Coot makes me eat my words. He's not going to play passively. He's going to walk out of freezer, and he's going to pay the price in a big, big way with a brutal shot coming out from Matt there. He was able to get some damage onto Matt, but at the end of the day, he fell, and it was not worth the peak whatsoever. Playing on site would have been a better move for him, but obviously those vertical angles, forcing those defenders to run around and reposition all the time. It's not a great way to live on site, but sometimes you just need to do it. If you leave site like Canned Coot just did, it's not going to work out in your favor, and Matt proved that to us just then. Pokey now challenging very aggressively onto the player. That's going to be JetCon on the bottom of the brown staircase, but 45 seconds left. Not much has happened yet. We still have most players on the board. A couple of people in bakery, small bakery, in closet right now. That's going to be Espen in coat. Arv going to take quite a bit of damage from Espen, I believe, but not going to trade any damage out for that one at all. Here comes the push into freezer. They're all on this half wall now. Buck being very aggressive will find one. He could swing this and find two. He will get very low health, but will not be able to take down Surma. So the plant goes down, but a C4 will deny it. A melee kill from Pokey, followed up by JetCon, and another one from Pokey right after that. It's a 3v2. Nope, it's a 3v1 as Pokey finds another, securing his triple, and JetCon will find, though, and get the refrag onto Pokey. So it's a 2v1, but JetCon has been taken down by Buck, sealing the round win and giving Texas Tech their second defensive victory.
And you were talking about the back and forth previous map, how Texas Tech, then Akron. Texas Tech, then Akron. And now it looks like we're seeing here, 3 for Akron, 3 for Texas. And I'm going to call it, I'm going to say Texas is going to win again. And we're going to go into the side switching with a 3-3 here. We are now going the first time for this map see second floor being played. And we're going to be seeing reading room and, reading and fireplace. Normally, I prefer to see the train side played more. Do you have a preference or on strategies or sites when it comes to which of the second floor on cafe?
I would say reading room is generally the preferred site. Some people make some very bold claims and say it could even be the best site if you know how to hold it very, very well. But at a collegiate level, these teams, they still have to go to school. They can't spend every single day 24/7 working on a strategy to defend reading room. So generally, it is the tertiary site. It is not going to be your primary one. But I am not surprised to see this one chosen rather than the train side of things. But what is so important for this one, similar to kitchen, but in a bigger way, is vertical play. Because the defenders can completely deny every plant in all of reading room by playing upstairs. And that's why we see so much utility devoted to that exact hold. We're likely going to see multiple defenders play upstairs. 2, maybe even 3 will hold upstairs while only 2 will play on site. And the Cav from Canned Coot. No matter the situation, no matter the match, I will never support a Cav pick in the competitive scene. However, Canned Coot has been strong tonight, and I'm interested to see if he can do anything with it. But I'm going to cast some doubt on the pick, just for sure.
You're going to reverse Caster's Curse, so we're going to see an Intero this round. Is that it?
Maybe. I would personally love to see an interrogation, but you never know. It's so hard to pull off, especially with a coordinated attack. They're always ready to refrag. So if you're able to get a couple of shots here and there, it doesn't really matter because you'll be traded out right away.
And get almost at the 2-minute mark here. We got 1/6 of the way into the round, and Akron is looking to take that third floor. Texas Tech, someone is peeking up red stairs, and they're gonna back away right away. Not gonna risk that at all.
So Strax, I will make one point though, is that he is playing the Jackal. He's played it every single round, and Cav is technically a direct counter to a Jackal. Only running around when you have the silent step on, you don't leave those footsteps. And, if they're relying on Matt for the roam clear, which they have thus far, Canned Coot could get some pretty interesting plays if and only if he's not able to be caught out by those Jackal footsteps. But we're really going to have to see.
Yeah, we're going to have to see if who plays it right here, who screws up, who gets the lucky find. We're halfway into the round already. Barely any damage has been done at all. All players still standing. JetCon is looking to make that not the same. Try and get some peak swing. Gonna get down to 33-ish HP. Backing off. We're gonna see all players are gonna keep their heads at the moment. We're gonna be coming up on 1 minute. Akron got top floor, but they really don't have much else here. They're looking to push into sight, but I'm not sure where they're going to be pushing in from here.
Top floor control though, with a minute to go, this is an okay position for any good attack here on the reading room site. They're likely going to go for a pillar side plant once they get the vertical angles established. We do see the smokes coming down. The plant could very well be in order. Canned Coot though on the Cav will find a JetCon. Maybe that was a Cav play that really caught her out, or maybe it was just good gunplay. You can't really know for sure, but you got to give it up to Canned Coot, making the Cav work. And Bait and Espen immediately get the follow-ups, and 2 more players will fall, and another will fall as Espen finds a double onto Surma. Surma, though, getting the kill before that, will find 1, but it's all up to Arb. He's going to take down Bait, but he's going to have to find 3 more before he can even try to get this plant down. He'll try to swing the angle, find 1. That's going to be Espen to fall behind the reading room, but he'll take 2 more, and he will not be able to do it. And Buck will silence Arb and win the round, equalizing us at 3-3, bringing a comeback when it looked like they were down such a big deficit.
Yeah, again, these teams are just very well matched, and they're letting each other have fun with the scoreboard. But again, when it comes down to it, they are not taking prisoners, and they are just going ham. And as you said at the beginning, this is a very two very good gunning teams, and they are just having a frag fest in those last 40-20 seconds. going ham at it and seeing who comes out on top.
But this slugfest that you said, I mean, this is as textbook, as storybook as it could possibly get. I mean, you could not script this. Two of the top 6 teams going head to head and taking us to our decider map and what looks like could be heading towards overtime. I mean, this is an incredible match, and to think that this is the quarterfinals, I mean, what are we gonna possibly have in store as we get further down the line in this CR6 playoff bracket?
Totally. And one thing I want to make a note here is you get to see the Ying now. We saw a Ying ban on the previous map of Oregon, and now we're actually going to see some Ying play from Bait, who 6-picked onto it. So I do not believe at all that Akron is expecting this. I think they were expecting that at the beginning when they had the Warden play twice in a row, but didn't get the Ying at all. They only have the Jaeger. So if the ADSs go right, you can get the 3 Candelas, but I'm pretty sure that Texas Tech here is going to be droning hard to find out where those ADSs are, and they're going to be playing around that to just blind flash and frag their way into sight. Some decent Valk spots from IMAT here, just trying to get a gander at where the enemy is going to be coming in from. Kind of got a little bit of a sight line of coming in from East Balcony. Texas Tech making their way in from second floor, my guess is, or setting up that claimer for the run out there all the way on first floor. Interesting. That is definitely a spot to hold, and it's definitely a spot that I've seen runouts on. It's just not the most usual one, and I gotta say, I'm wondering how this is how that claimer is gonna pan out for them. Probably not much at all.
Yeah, probably not too much. So we don't see too much defensive presence down there, but you can never be too careful. Espen, though, bringing the Twitch is a bit of a surprise. Twitch, again, not one of those more commonly picked operators. Oh, but the Candelas come out. Bait's going to swing in. Has the Maestro completely flashed, but the absolute collapse from Akron. Not going to let their teammate get caught out. Pokey will find a trade onto Ard, but JetCon punishes him right away. Buck gets a double, though, and equalizes us out at a 2 versus 2. This just went down so quickly. Followed after those Candelas came in, the push just went absolutely insane. But Matt here will be aware of the position of the attackers. The cams are in position, but Coot says it doesn't matter and will take the head of Matt, removing him from play. So they are now, the Texas Tech attack, positioned up in Cocktail, and they only have 1 to find. They don't have the diffuser, but they could easily make this happen, get that diffuser, and get a plant down in Cocktail because Jet is well off site. The drones do come out. They will be aware of his position, and Coot now will start to pressure up a little bit. If she knows what's good for her, she'll grab the diffuser and back out of there, or she could just, I guess, send it on this angle. Nope, she'll do the smart thing and start to back out and leave Buck to challenge the long angle. Now, JetCon on New Balk has to play this a bit passively, but getting this plant down, it could mean the end of the round for Texas Tech if Jet is not able to execute some ridiculous maneuvers. But yep, that's the rappel, and it's going to be a very, very tough retake situation. Getting that kill on the rappel is going to be nearly impossible. Going to have to jump out that window and get back up the stairs. It's nearly impossible given the time limit of only 30 seconds left. But JetCon has been in this situation before. 1 HP though. Going to be tough. Going to swing this angle. Buck is aware of his position. Going to continue to pre-fire the angle, but Jet might have seen his back there, but will not deliver the shots. And with 15 seconds left, I'm going to call this round as it is. He's going to try his best, but Buck will seal it down and take off the head of Jet and remove him and give the win to a brilliant attack from Texas Tech.
Yeah, I was a little concerned about that Ying play when they just went in and I was seeing the bodies hit the floor and it was not looking in favor of Texas. But it paid off at the end. They had the 1-2 at the end. They had the diffuser and they made it work.
Yes, and after that unsuccessful attempt, you mentioned this previously, it seems that the teams just try to, I guess, throw themselves under the guillotine twice in a row, I guess? I mean, I don't know what you wanted me to say. I mean, they're going to the same site once again, and it's hard to support that when you see a victory like that, but it's been okay so far. The teams are trading rounds. They seem to be on the same page, and, well, we're gonna see how this one goes. This time, Coot going for the Amaru. I suspect that's why you're laughing instead of the Ying.
Yeah, it is.
But, I suspect we're going to see a very similar strategy. We saw the Ying throw the Candelas in from heaven and just go in heaven window without a care in the world. And while it didn't work whatsoever for Ying, her teammates were able to follow up, get the refrags, and at the end of the day, it worked out, I guess. It was questionable, and it looked like it wasn't working. But when you look at the scoreboard, you look at the round tally, and you gotta say, well, I guess Texas Tech, you made a good strategy, I guess.
Bringing up a previous point from the first map in the set, talking about what really sets them apart is, since these teams both have excellent fragging abilities, it comes down to adaptability of strategies. And I think Texas Tech has decided here, with the 3-3 stalemate, they're going to throw all the strats at them. You saw the Yang, and now we're going to see the Amaru here.
Oh, here she goes!
Yep, we're going to see it. And Cancun is just going to get punished for that. But it was a valiant attempt and a very different strategy, I have to say.
A valiant attempt, I think, is stretching it. That was a misguided, quite a bad attempt, in my opinion. Everyone was aware that Amaru Rush Heaven window is the most classic Amaru play. Maybe, I mean, yeah, I'll catch him off guard with an Amaru, but it makes a ton of noise. They saw the rush from Heaven last time, and knowing that it worked, you know that Akron are going to be ready to shut it down right away, and shut it down they did. So, a free pick for Akron to start this one off. Texas Tech going to be on the back foot as we get a minute burned in this one.
2 minutes in, just, yeah, getting picks and watching intel here and there, drones go, angles being watched. Buck's gonna try and drone into sight here, just getting some few picks to see if he can get onto JetCon. They're gonna be bullet here, bullet there, trying to angle up just right to get the shot. Nothing really gonna connect. Looks like he's gonna back off that. Both of them are gonna back off that angle. Pokey here trying to clear out top floor here. JetCon's now watching from below. Looks like literally dropped all the way down from a completely different angle now. I still think they believe someone is on Heaven, even though Texas is now looking at different angles. They're pretty much moving in completely through Cigar, West Side.
What I'm loving what we're seeing from this upstairs defense is the fact that there's no pixel play. Really, you see a good amount of diversity of attacking strategies here on this map. Usually we see an entire 2 minutes of the round devoted to forcing out the pixel person, but there is nobody playing pixel right now because Wamai is banned, and that's made this not only a lot more interesting to watch, but a lot more variation for both the attacks and the defending squads. Espen, though, opening us up. We'll find the pick onto Jet, and, well, I guess Cancun. I'm not going to count that one as the opening pick. It was really an opening throw. But JetCon will be taken down. And I'm at here taking a very aggressive angle, but I do believe the Selma, Ace just saw him. Buck will fall to the hands of the Valkyrie. Spraying through the smoke, trying to find anyone, but will not. This is a tough situation for Texas Tech. They got 20 seconds left, no manpower, and very little utility remaining. We're going to see maybe some sort of push in Whitehall, trying to get into Freezer from the rotate, but Espen will be taken down from Matt once again. It's going to be up to Bait, looking at this angle from Piano, but it will not pay off for Pokey at least, as Surma will find him. Surma with a double, and Matt with the final kill onto Espen, or the down player rather, and Surma really bringing us out with a nice double kill, and turning this one back into a 4v4. This is a crazy match.
Yeah, it looks like we're going back to the back and forth. Texas Tech's unique strategies here with varied effects, and we're going to see first hit, then a miss. Are we going to get another hit again, and they're going to sweep up Akron? Or are we just going to keep seeing some back and forth, and it's going to come down to some simple who had the best gunplay at the moment? First time we're seeing Mozzie on this map, and first time we're seeing Cali as well. Looks like that Freezer is going to be heavily contested from my guess.
And what this site is a bit different is that Texas Tech will have no chance of rushing this site. I mean, they could prove me wrong, but Kitchen is nearly impossible to rush because there's just so many areas where the defenders can play, bakery, closet, VIP, and inside itself, shutting down any sort of rush attempt. So I think they're probably going to be going for something more of a default take. We don't see a Sledge. We don't see a Buck. We rather see a Cali, which is interesting to see, but will no doubt be used, that Lance will be used to open up either the bakery wall or the freezer wall at some point. But, no vertical play from Texas Tech here is a bit surprising. We don't have any breaching charges. you know, Buck will be able to use that Zofia utility to open up a few holes, but bringing the Claymore rather than the breaching charges, and bringing, you know, Ash will have a couple of breaching rounds, but vertical play I don't believe will be the focus of this Texas Tech attack. Probably something more of a direct site take.
Well, we see bait on the Capitao with the hard breaching charge, so it may be possible they're going to open up the dining freezer hatch. Although Akron did bring the Kaid with Surma, I'm interested to see how they're going to use the Cali efficiently enough because Cancute and Buck there cannot really get open that hard breach denial. So it's really going to rely on can the Cali hit it just right. I'm assuming this is going to be the case, but it's interesting to watch. Oh, we're actually going to get a bakery push here. Hennessy is just going to be doing that signature holding. Are they just going to... Texas just going to waste time on Hennessy here. Something I can't wait to see.
Looks like top-down clear is not going to be the focus of this round. It's going to be something more direct, or at least only 2 players are going to worry about the clear and just going to send it on site for now. But the problem is this attack is going to be very early telegraphed to the defense. They're going to know where the push is coming from. They know there's no top-down nonsense happening, so the roamers can rotate back to site and use the flanks to really, you know, make a problem for the Texas Tech attack. We do see the lances coming out from Espen, but here comes Matt on the flank. No surprise, the flanks will be a big factor here. JetCon playing over in Whiskey will try to find one on in Coat, but right now he will remain safe. Now JetCon getting very aggressive, but he's gonna actually back off over by the Whiskey bar for now. But Buck here, kind of caught out. Not sure exactly where to look, and Hennessy will find one, but that will be traded right away as Cancute will take down Hennessy in response. So now it's a 4v4. Attackers still running around in circles, but now they have control of Bakery. And Surma is the only one left on this prep side of the kitchen to really worry about this, but he's going to get a lot of pressure coming his way in just a few moments. And under a minute to go, Buck still in Coat. Been stuck here for quite a few minutes. Now, the Kaid trick will remove, I believe that's the Capitao hard breach utility. So that's going to be unfortunate for him. Cancute going to get down to about 30 HP at the same time. But JetCon still able to hold in VIP and just play time. Matt on the flank will take down one. Gonna get challenged by a couple more, and Buck will find JetCon. But Matt is still up. He could beat this and find one. Not at the moment. Arv's gonna be taken down on site very low, and the push comes out, and Espen delivers the headshot with the SMG onto the head of Matt. Now it's a 2v3, but with 20 seconds left, the 20-second meta in action once again. Capitao sending it over the half wall, and gonna get absolutely wrecked. The M59 coming in hand and taking down Buck as well. So it's all up to the Cali. This one's a very tough situation with a crappy SMG in hand. Gonna do her best, but it's going to be nearly impossible. Doesn't know where to look and doesn't know where the defenders are. And time will run out. And Akron will take a defensive victory on Kitchen. And this means we are likely headed to the reading room site next.
Yeah, wow, that was just very interesting to see a kind of two-dimensional as opposed to three-dimensional take from Texas there. Did not really try to make use of the freezer hatch, which honestly quite confused me. We're going to see a castle this time on second floor as opposed to third floor. Going to cover up a lot of entranceways, which is going to be... Oh no. Was not expecting that at all. We are going to be seeing a blitz from Cancute here. They are really bringing out all of the unexpected strats and just seeing what sticks.
If Texas Tech were to win this, right, I have a lot of questions for them about exactly the thought process behind these picks. Cancute, the adventurous one, it seems, bringing out the random picks and, well, Blitz, we're going to see how it plays out. That's the only thing I really have to say. He's powerful, but he's also kind of trash in terms of utility at the same time. So it's going to be a balance. He's going to need a lot of support from his teammates. But I guess his job here, once again, catch Akron by surprise in a way that they've proven they can't really be caught by surprise before. So it's going to be a tough task for Cancute, without a doubt.
I think Texas at this point is just aware that it's harder to go against a team that has unpredictable strategies. And they're just trying to make use of that to make them think, oh, we're going here. No, we're going here now. And they're 1-for-1 with their odd strategy, so this is going to see us over how fast Akron can just adapt purely in skill and movement of utility.
Here comes the push, though. Blitz gonna go straight into pillars. Gonna try to protect his teammate from behind. They're going straight into sight. He's gonna take a little bit of damage, but he's gonna ADS with a shield in your face, and the double C4 kill will shut the tomfoolery down. And there's 2 downs, though. Come out for the defense. That's going to be Surma and Hennessy both falling, but JetCon will take down Bait, but he'll be immediately traded out by Buck. So now it is a 1v2 as Arv will take down Buck in response. So the shenanigans were shut down, and it's all up to Espen to do the work that his teammates left so brutally for him, but he has no chance. And Akron will take the win in what seemed like they were giving it to them on a silver platter by the Texas Tech attack.
Akron here just with the really solid defenses. They are not letting Texas run around with different strategies at all. Akron is pretty much saying at this point, you're going to come to us straight on or it's not going to work. And it looks as though Texas is just throwing everything at them to see what weak point they can find to not the effects that I assumed that they won in this case. Looks like they're going to go with a bit more of a regular lineup.
We're headed back to Bar. We're headed back to Cocktail. This is a site that both teams have been successful on. The first time on this half, it was Texas Tech who prevailed. But the second time, we saw a good adaptation from Akron, and they were able to take the win. But, it's match point, and it's all on the line. So Texas Tech are going to have to refocus, I guess, or try a bit harder, not bring a blitz. I mean, all of these things will work in their favor, without a doubt. Clearly, they are feeling a bit lighthearted about this one. They're really just going into this with a just to have fun, I guess. And well, it looks like they are indeed doing it. But once again, Hennessy, the Wubs, going to be put down in piano and over on Nubauk, doing what Malusi does best, and that is slow down and suppress any quick attack.
Yeah, again, with the solid lineups here, just reinforcing, get the Wubs down, stop them from pushing in easily. Prep round pretty much over here. On the attacking side, we have one hard breach. We got the ace right there, which I assume is going to be to get open one of those piano walls. And we have the 3 hard breaches, Sledge, Ash, Zofia. And we look like they're just going to be going for frags. And just the always present Nomad that just holds down those those flank rotates so well. The air jabs just always do their job. Probably definitely getting that Hennessy if overextended at all. Give Espen a second to put down an air jab, you're gonna get denied right there. And I think that they're ready to focus, ready to laser down Akron right in front of them and not get caught off guard from behind.
And something we see because of the Wamai ban is we don't see a Valkyrie ban. Valkyrie is very commonly banned on this map because she is so powerful. And because she's not banned, we've seen her played every single round or nearly every single round by both defensive teams. And a Valkyrie, like we see this beautiful cam placed here, facing pretty much the entire building, in combination with a Maestro. I mean, the amount of information you can get as a defender is just insane amount of knowledge, and that can really help know exactly where the pushes are coming from. And it seems in these last couple of rounds, Texas Tech has just been out-knowledged by their Akron opponents once again. But here we are with 1:30 to go. Boots on the ground finally happening, a bit late, but we do have one player up in piano, and they're going to challenge onto what usually is the pixel angle, but it will not be played tonight because of that Wamai ban, like I've said before. Surma positioned in the bathroom, and he's taking out a couple drones, and hopefully he's doing his best to play time in what very well could be the last 1:16 of this entire match, and the last 1:16 of Texas Tech's premier playoffs hopes here. But it could go either way, and Bait will open that up and prove me wrong right away and take down Matt. And it's going to be our position over here in Cocktail, trying to find, oh, this is a brutal angle using a couple of punch holes onto the cigar door. Can't wait to see. Oh, but the prone player is going to go underneath the angle. Arv may see her, and yes, the angle works. Arv will find one onto Espen, removing her head. And so now it is a 4v4. And with 40 seconds left, this is absolutely a position that favors the defense. But Maestro is going to have to reload that massive gun of his. And so the other teammates are going to have to compensate in the time being. JetCon getting aggressive once again. Top of Whitehall, pushing up towards Piano. Just going to pre-fire this door, delay and delay and delay. And it's working so far. 20 seconds left, though. Buck finds one onto Arv. This still could go either direction, but with 20 seconds left, the attackers need to get an attack going. Cancun pushing up on Newbout. Bait into Freezer, but gets denied by Surma. Surma swings, finds one, no. Gets denied by Cancun. And now JetCon will trade that out right away, but it's a 1v1, no, a 2v1, excuse me, as Pokey is the last remaining attacker. He'll get the plant down, but he will be taken down right after that. I believe that is a trade, in fact. And just like that, Akron have taken the match and are moving on to the semifinals. What a hectic round to finish us out.
Favored the win, but it did not come easily at all, I'll say.
You're absolutely right. That was a hell of a match between both teams. Really just going back and forth all night. Both teams proving that they were here to play. But at the end of the day, the more well-versed squad, the more mature squad did prevail. And tonight, that squad was Akron. Got to give it up to them for some amazing plays. Beautiful defense to close us out. Back-to-back-to-back round wins to stifle the Texas Tech pushes that got quite ridiculous in those last few seconds.
Yeah, it was one thing that I really noticed from Akron is that they were a lot more solid of a team, working together on their teamwork. And Texas just really relied on Buck to get the frags and then Bait to hold back on the passives. And the other three members did not really hold too much and seemed to work at least often for their team.
Absolutely, and congratulations to them, of course, for a match
Definitely.
well fought. It was a pleasure to watch and cast such a slugfest. We saw players on both sides pop off, but at the end of the day, seemed that strategy prevailed. Even though we saw Texas Tech get frag after frag after frag, some of their players getting double digits and Akron players not hitting double digits whatsoever in that first map. But it really didn't matter. Akron had the patience and had the ability to prevail. We do have an interview right now. It's going to be with Matt. Matt, first of all, congratulations on your victory, and talk to me about how that one went.
Dude, thank you so much. Honestly, it was very well. Like this, we knew going into this match, it was going to be our hardest match of the season. Big ups to TTU. They're definitely they're a titan in the collegiate scene, and like so are we, obviously. And going into it, we honestly we messed up a ping, and we thought it was tomorrow. So it was we kind of did it like I didn't really play much at all today, so I was pretty bad for the day. But honestly, big ups to my teammates like Casey and Jet. They were playing out of their mind with like clutches this game, and you know you can't sleep on Surma or Arv with they're just picks out of nowhere, and like they're everything like the entry. Arv was entering and Freezer half those last rounds in the last game.
Mhm.
It was just crazy. Man.
Well, you yourself had a brilliant clutch on Oregon, I believe. You had the last round. You were Ash, you got a nice little double kill to seal us out. So you also showed up in a big way. Got a question for you though about how to regroup when you're down a map in this high stakes situation like this. You guys are such a dominant team. According to my calculations, you haven't lost a single match in the entire collegiate esports environment in the entire fall season. And so how do you recover from losing that first map, a map that you chose, and go in to win back-to-back maps?
Well, I'm as the IGL, as people probably know, I'm quite an emotional player, so I get upset really easily, or not really easily. I get upset. My teammates, when I get upset, they get upset, and we just gotta like calm it down. I get upset for like a moment, and then I take it back. Like I follow back, I go through it all, and it's one of those things where like to be a good team, in my opinion, you have to want to win. Which wanting to win makes you more of an emotional player, and we all are. So it's just about telling everybody to calm down, relax, walk it out. Talk through our kinks that we had. We had a few issues. We went through them. We fixed them. Even in game 2, or game 3, sorry, we're up 3-0. We kind of there was a few rounds where we definitely should have won on the attack, but we just messed up slight little things. And talking about figuring out what the issue is, getting the communication going is just everything.
Well, spot on recovery, and you guys really, really brought it home. And obviously, finally I'll pass it to you. Do you have any one you want to thank or anyone you want to congratulate as well before we close this interview?
I just
Oh, looks like we lost you there, Matt.
Oh, sorry. I just want to shout out to everybody, like my family, Jets family, all my teammates' family that are all watching. Well, all the families that are of us watching.
Well, that's amazing. We love to see their support. Once again, congratulations, and we wish you good luck, of course, next week against Purdue. We all know that is going to be a hell of a matchup. So good luck prepping for that, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Yeah, congrats and good rest, man.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. It has been a roller coaster of a night, an unbelievable matchup for us between the 3 seed and the 6 seed. And I know for sure that next week is going to be a thriller between Purdue and Akron, two of the titans, like Matt said, of the collegiate scene. So that is going to wrap us up for the night. I have been Jay's Wills, joined by Strax, and we wish you all a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend.
Good night, folks.